Hi, Don. How are you?
Good. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome.
It is Wednesday. I love a Wednesday for live and for just because it's halfway through the week.
Exactly. Yeah, I can say we are through the hump day, which is nice. And my nose is driving me crazy, folks. So if I'm itching it a lot, it's because it's driving me crazy and not because I'm doing something crazy. You never know what people think. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, you never know.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. I tell you what. It's been a week so far, but
It has been a week, and I've been just la da 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 la da 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 all the way through it. Because I mean, sometimes you just have to laugh at it. You can't even. You just have to laugh at it and be like, okay, I get it. I get it. I get it.
exactly. Otherwise, you may cry. Who knows, or do other things.
Exactly. Or be at the bottom of a bottle of Tito's.
Exactly. Lord have mercy. Got the gun lock safe, so I'm good.
Oh my goodness.
Green spell added. You stand by, please. What? I don't understand that question. Green spell added you. Please stand by.
Oh, that was Keena telling them she asked.
Oh.
Doc, we are having to see your mom. We was both like, what? What that mean?
No, I'm like, what? I think Keena didn't intentionally mess with our heads. That's what
I'm like, what just happened?
Lord have mercy. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I was thinking something too, and my head was like, I'm off in the different green spell. Green spell, that's a new name, right? Green spell, have we seen you before? Welcome in, by the way.
I don't think so.
So welcome in. Oh, I got to start my thing too. Here I'm like the privacy thing again with the Facebook. That kills me every time, even though I'm set to public, because it's just their process and their way. So it's okay. It's now going. It's rolling. We're good. General reading coming for months. All righty then. Hey, Julie, nice to see you in. Good to see you and Bonnie this morning on the tube, and also Scott yesterday with you as well.
It was Scott, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Angels, nice to see you in.
Angels.
Tiffany.
Don, did I tell you what they did to me last night on in class?
No.
So we were because sometimes when I participate with the group, if there's I usually go long on the other person so they don't have to read me, just so they don't have to worry about reading my energy, because I already know what they're gonna say. It's coming, it's on the way. So I did that, and Heidi was like, I was wondering when we were gonna read Angie. I said, oh no, I always make sure there's no more time so we can just get you guys done. So they said, well, let's hurry up and all read Angie before the end of class, and all of them pulled the card for me at the end of class.
So they were on. They knew your game.
I'm telling you, the class practically runs themselves. They are eager to get in there and get started, and get to practicing. So even if we have technical difficulties on either side of the table, they're like, oh well, let's just roll with it until it's all ironed out. They'll organize themselves. They'll start an exercise. They'll give you suggestions. It's just really good. I love it. The energy is always good. Like, the first person who I ended up in a room with was Sarah Kay, and she was so, like, her energy was so bubbly and live that it just brought my spirits up, because I wasn't having a great day. But just that few seconds in there with her, it was so great. Umber, don't be in the comments laughing, because she started the whole thing last night. But she was very good. I'm telling you, Umber is fantastic. Her skills and abilities are extremely good, and I don't even think she knows how great she is and how much better she's getting every week. So absolutely, I really enjoy having her in class.
Yeah, we'd like to see her again on the tube, by the way, too.
Yes, whenever she wants to come back. Sunday.
Yes.
And last week, the reason we weren't on is because Sherry Berry had to catch up on some tea orders. Remember Sherry Berry if you want tea. And then she had a couple other things she had to do. And then Keena was out of town, and I wasn't going to do the chat and the live by myself. And I had asked Umber about it, but she was she had something to do last week, so she couldn't make it. And then I don't think Levita could make it either, so that's why we weren't live last Sunday. But I just left about there.
I missed you guys because I was sitting there and I was cooking and I'm like, where's the voices? I'm like, I need some readings.
And I was gonna do it if Keena was gonna be there, but when Keena was out of town too, I was like, oh no, you're not getting me to man the chat and to do the readings. You get one or the other, or you get two, but you either get one good. I either man the chat good, or I do the readings good, or you get two bad things, or I do both of them real bad. So,
well, I'll tell you what, I was trying to watch some of the readings that on YouTube, and I watched the two that I usually watch, and then I popped over, and I don't mean to disparage anybody. Okay, so that's not what this is about. This is not trashing anybody. But I went looking for somebody who could catch my attention, somebody who I felt like, I don't know. Anyway, the point is I kept popping through, and I just kept feeling flat, and I'm like, there's
and
got
it
to
was
be
all
something.
love readings. Everybody just wants to talk about love, 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 love,
Yep.
love, love, love. And I
Yep.
just be like, does anybody talk about finance and career? Does anybody talk
Yeah.
about just regular old stuff?
And
And
exactly, I'll
there's a
do that.
few people, but there's a lot of love.
Yeah. So I'll do that. I'll type in Scorpio finance business readings,
Yeah.
and there's so few,
And
and
then the next is like 3 or 4, maybe 5, and then the rest of them are love readings.
exactly. But and some of the people, when I start watching them, I'm like, oh, I can't. I want to. I really do want to, but it doesn't. It's not that they're bad or good. That's for somebody else to decide. But as I watch, I'm like, that just isn't. I can't watch this. This isn't something that can keep my attention.
Keena said, can you guys just post your question? Don't ask, can you be on here, or can you ask a question? Just ask your question. You don't have to ask, can you ask a question? Just
Exactly.
post your question.
Shauna says those damn
I
love
don't know if
readings.
Affirm wants, but Affirm got good news today. Her son had surgery and he came through the surgery,
Oh,
and the
fantastic.
doctor said that he was doing a lot better right after the surgery than before. So that was good news for us, also for her son.
Fantastic. Congratulations, Affirm.
So I
Absolutely.
was really, really happy for that. Like, oh my gosh, Affirm. So that
Yes.
was good. So good news, good news. I love any good news. Hey, Affirm, Angels, Umber, Sharon Go.
Sharon, go.
Yeah.
My darling, 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 darling. As much as you watch us, you know what I'm going to say. You know exactly what I'm about to say, my dear. I love you to pieces, but come on, Sharon, give me something more than a general reading. We read for you often, so give us some meat. Give us some meat and potatoes. Give us a good question. Come on, Sharon, you can do it. And that's a hint to everybody, by the way. If you ask for general reading, yeah, we'll do it. But it's like,
You get what you get. You get whatever the heavens throw at you.
exactly. And the problem is then we're going to give you something that's going to trigger a question in you, and then you're not going to be able to ask the question because you already asked the general. So just kind of ask yourself, ask spirit, what do I really need to know? What can I ask? What question can I ask? So because and I'm not trashing anybody, but Sharon Go, we've been with her for a long time. She understands it. She's heard that before from me, so it won't be a surprise.
Well, usually when you don't have a question, you really don't have anything going on. You just
Exactly.
you just want a reading. You don't really have anything. And that's why I, just start saying hi in the comments, like, hey, I already know it's coming. So yeah. If y'all hear screaming in the background, that's my son playing the game. Obviously they on the army team or something, and they just be yelling and fussing at each other. So, and he's home from the summer, and he's been getting day hours at Fry, so he's home in the afternoons. Yay me!
Hey,
So,
I have my little soldier that's been visiting today.
oh
And
really?
so if I see him pop up, you may see the camera spin around. That's not an exorcist moment. My head's not spinning; it's the camera. Okay, and so I'll
That'll get
show
some views if your head does spin around.
that would get some serious views, right? That would be a meme then, wouldn't it? But if it happens, I'll spin the camera around and see if you guys see what I see. I may have to move a chair because but it's like the same space. Remember, we've had this in class, and it was the same space. I think at that time, remember, 2 or 3 people saw what I saw. I think you, Angie, was one of them. There was like 2 or 3 of us that saw. But he's back again tonight for some reason. He hasn't been here in a while, but I don't know. So we'll have to see. Anyway, hey, don't forget, folks. Please, I'm writing a book on this, but this is my harping moment, is my affirmation. So believe me, continuously, please don't forget to do your affirmations. I believe in infinite abundance. My wants and needs are always met. Say it like you mean it like you say it. Plan it at the same time each morning if you can, or afternoon or evening, whatever it is. But say it with confidence, and say it with certainty, and say it continuously. But say it, you only say it once if you want to, but most importantly, say it at the same time. Train your spirit guides, train your energy to be telling the universe what you want. If you let the universe control your power, then you have no one to blame but yourself if that power gets you nothing. Okay.
For all of you who are saying, am I at it yet? Kina will let you know. You are not at it until you get an app from Kina saying that you are
Yep. And if
you're in the chat, you're on the list.
And if you look at the chat, you'll see where Kina has already told some people. She'll say at whatever, you're on the list. So again, you'll see it posted that way. And by the way, I got creative. I keep saying Spirit says, right? Spirit says this, or Spirit's telling me. So I said Spirit says. And so I created a shirt. And now there is a shirt, right there it is, that says Spirit says. So if you guys would like a Spirit says t-shirt, all you got to do, take out your phones, click on this, it'll go to eBay. Of course, you know, the other shirts are there, the tarot card.
Don, I'm surprised the lover's card isn't flying off the shelf like crazy, because all they ask for is love readings. I think if you wear the lover's card on your shirt, that should attract something to you. You're practically wearing a billboard that says love me.
I know. And so, like you said, so many people want the damn love readings, and yet for some reason.
And here you go. Here is exactly what you need. A shirt with the lover's card on it. You can't get much more clear than that. Hello, Spirit. Send me some love. Send me some companionship. Go ahead and wear that shirt and see all kinds of birds and geese be flocking to you.
Exactly. So anyway, folks, while you're looking at that shirt on that Etsy shop, you'll find the lover's card. You'll find there's like 4 or 5
sun
other
card. I saw the sun card for sure.
The sun card, yep, the sun card. So there's a few of them in there. So anyway, and more are coming. So give it a try. Check out. And if you need smudging kits, don't forget they are there too. And believe me, it never hurts to have a smudging kit around, I will tell you. But don't forget of the old standby. Again, I just talked about it's on the bottom. There's the shirt, Infinite Abundance. So just as a reminder.
Listen, if nothing else, you can have your morning cup of coffee out of a cup that says that it says the affirmation right there, and you're drinking your abundance in every day.
Absolutely.
With a little bit of cinnamon in it too. I saw that if you add cinnamon to your coffee and stir it, it makes it abundance coffee.
Cinnamon draws in abundance, folks. Remember that. Absolutely. So let me pop that off of there. And don't forget, if you have not subscribed to Angie's YouTube page, please make sure you do that by clicking here and getting it done. Let's see. With that said, I wouldn't guess mine the same as well, but there we go. I'll pop it up too. There we go. Okay, it's good. But anyway, with that said, Angie, let's get to it. Let's see what
I am ready. What is? Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, everybody. But let's go.
Who is first, Kina?
If it's a love reading, I'm just gonna turn off the camera.
General reading for the coming months. Green spell. I love the leprechaun. Or what do we call it? Damn, what is that flower called?
Four-leaf clover.
There you go, clover.
Look, I got nervous. Like, what is it?
I know. I'm saying leprechaun, and leprechaun stuck in my head. And I'm thinking, what's
green spell. And you know what? I can't stand a love reading for nothing. But the first thing came up was the song from the "And I Am Telling You" song.
Oh yes.
That song came in my head. So is there somebody that you're trying to leave who won't leave, or is somebody trying to leave you that you won't leave? Because I immediately got love in there, and somebody trying to leave and the other party won't let them go. So there is a there seems to be somebody who doesn't want to let go. But it doesn't feel like, I don't know that it's necessarily romance, but it doesn't feel like work. So it could be a personal relationship or just, no, this is love. This is definitely love. So this feels like somebody trying to move away from one person. The other party won't let them go. They're like holding them, like physically holding them and not letting them go, or break off the relationship, leaving from love. Okay, got it. All right. So this person won't let you go. But I feel like you like the attention of it. Like you say you're leaving, but you're kind of enjoying the attention of it. And you're not necessarily forcefully trying to leave. Like this person is being pulled along and they're not necessarily trying to completely get away. So I do think you like the attention of it. And you're hoping that you threatening to leave will get this person to change their the way that they're treating you and think better of you. Like, oh, if I say I'm leaving, then they'll change it. But I'm not getting that. That's what happened. But that's not what's happening. They're just enticing you to stay. You guys are kind of playing a cat and mouse game. That's how they're showing it to me. They're literally showing me a cat and mouse kind of, spinning or chasing each other. And so you guys both are in it, I guess, for the long haul. I don't really see you actually separating from this person. You do love this person. This person loves you, but you don't seem to be trying to really actively get in a way. Enjoying, yes, but not accepting his terms and conditions. Exactly. And you're thinking that if you say you're going to leave, then that'll make him act right. But it doesn't seem to be, because you don't ever actually walk away. You just threaten to, and then this person, kind of coils you back in, and then you're kind of on good terms again. It's like any kind of doorway that you leave open, this person's gonna slide their foot in and try to wiggle their way in, and then they're gonna be back on your good side, and you're gonna keep doing the cycle over and over again, because nobody truly is actually thinking about walking away, because you both do love each other. Your behaviors toward each other just have not developed a not respectful, because I don't feel like you're disrespectful to each other, but you're just not meeting each other in the middle. Like you're not being considerate of each other's feelings or desires, or maybe the other person isn't being considerate of your desires or what you want. So that's what I'm getting for you, Green Spell. But you're exactly saying yes, cat and mouse game and chasing each other. So yeah, but it seems very playful, and I don't think that either one of you are looking for another person. Even though you keep threatening to do that.
Well, what's interesting, because I have the Magician card, and so definitely feeding in on what you're saying. She is part of the problem because she does manifest this because of, like you said, the game, and it's like
the drama. Could it be me?
So I'm kind
of. Who am I to judge?
Exactly. I'm kind of getting that, So anyway, it's all that, and then but again, I think you guys have an interesting relationship, a good solid relationship, though. It's right there, and again, it just sometimes you guys get bored, you get stable and stale, and you're like, I want to shake it up a bit. But it's interesting here, because this card up until recently meant something to me, and now it's meaning a few different things. But this one definitely sees like you need to kind of find the third party mediator sometimes to deal with the conflict, because I think both of you need a little bit of a reality check. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's kind of what I'm getting.
I wanted to say something about like marriage counseling or something like that, or something like that, just so that somebody from the outside can talk to both of you.
Exactly.
But I don't know that the other party will agree to go.
Yeah, and it takes two, because this is the two right there. So it takes both of you to be able to work, because this is the wands. So it's going to be work on both of your parts, and again, with somebody to work out the questions, because again, the questions that each of you have, that you're afraid to ask the questions. That's what the problem is here too, is you're afraid to ask the questions and to kind of get deep into, and then you want to ask for somebody else to help you ask the questions, and it's like whatever. But that mediation, that opportunity to meet with somebody and then work through that, is going to make you guys a happier couple. So that's kind of what I'm getting.
And you definitely need someone who's outside of the situation, not like I wouldn't get like a friend or another couple to mediate. You totally need somebody outside who isn't going to pick sides, who's just seeing it as you tell it to them, and then can, show you where there may be some areas of improvement.
Exactly. Oh, I like that.
Areas of improvement.
So there are opportunities. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Opportunities for
opportunities.
Pisces. Okay, so I hope you mean that this person is Pisces, as in that they are the genteel salt of the earth, and they make your world go around, because I'm a Pisces, and that is my vision of me. I am a genteel person, salt of the earth, who makes everybody's world better.
Oh, Lord, it's getting deep in here. Oh, Lord.
So I totally think the Pisces is right in this situation. You shouldn't even tell me that. I totally agree with the Pisces.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Super. Well, folks,
but that's what I got for you, Green Spell.
Don't forget, folks, like, share, subscribe, follow, all those fun. There you go.
It's a lot of new names and a lot of new names in here. I love that. I love that. I love that. I've been calling that in.
You have
talking
indeed.
To the guide, saying, "Hey, can we get some new names?" So remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe on both sides, my side and Don's side. And for those of you that are new, just post your question. You don't have to say, "Can I get a reading?" Just post your question, and then Kina will add you on your platform to let you know you've been added. Mind you, she is manning about 7 or 8 different chats, so give her a little bit of time. And just because you don't see any comments in your chat doesn't mean that there aren't comments coming through. So give her a chance to catch up on all the different platforms. Oh, actually, the list is closed. So
exactly.
Yeah,
and don't forget, folks, when you go here to the YouTube, I realized we're kind of backwards, aren't we? And that's unusual. We're usually the other way around.
We are.
It just clicked because I'm used to doing
I was waiting on you to change it.
Anyway, folks, as you see this, make sure that once you go there, hit the subscribe, because if you go there and you don't subscribe, well, then you got a problem, because you kind of wasted your time. So make sure you do that. And while you're at it, you can click here. If you're not on my YouTube yet, again, if you're on my YouTube already, go to Angie's and click. And if you're on Angie's, go to mine. Again, share the love. And while you're on both of them, hit the like buttons. That's even better.
Comment, share, people. Let other people know the goodness that you're getting.
That's right.
Tag some people and let them know that we're live. I always repost the lives of everybody else to let them know, hey, if they're on there giving questions, there we go.
Now I'm freaking people out there like,
what's the matter? Why do they keep switching? Now I feel at home.
We had to fix the energy there. That's what it was. Yeah.
There we go.
That's why you got the love.
So, all right, who's next? Oh, this is Misty. Okay. Good evening. I was wondering if I could get a reading about my exams. I've been stressing about them.
Child, you don't need to be stressed.
I saw a graduation hat, so I feel like you're going to go ahead and pass them. I don't know if these are your summer classes. So with this, yeah, you should be into summer. This must be your summer session, because there's no schools that are still in right now, are they?
Unless she's in another country.
Oh, that could be too. Yeah. But I saw a graduation hat, so I do think that you're going to do well. But I keep hearing buckle down. Like, don't think that, okay, now that we said it's going to be okay, you can slack off on your studying. You seem to have a very good study routine, and they're saying staying in there. If you stay in the mindset that you're in now, you continue to keep studying, you continue to keep doing the techniques that you're doing, you will do fine. Don't go in too nervous, but go in confident, and knowing that you have studied very well, that you've practiced, that you've a lot of times for me, it's reading it out loud to myself, like asking the question and then answering the question as if I'm talking to someone else. And so that helps me to figure out where I need to organize my answer at, or pull things together, or writing it out. Sometimes it helps to write it out for me after I think I know the answer. So that could help too. But you seem to be studying very well. I see multiple books that you're using, so you're pulling in multiple resources.
Mhm.
I see a lot of time at a desk with coffee or tea or something that you're drinking, pencil kind of through the bun in your head, and you're declining a lot of opportunities to go out and party because you know you have a focus. And I heard your focus will pay off, because they did show me the Ace of Cups, and then that's that divine overpouring of your blessings that are coming through. And in this case, they're not telling me over, like, it's love, but for you it's the blessings that are overflowing, that they want me to focus in on you. So you're going to do well. So all of your hard work is going to pay off. All that time that you devoted to studying versus going out to party is going to pay off for you. And I just get good energy around you, getting good scores on your test tomorrow.
Yeah, I concur with that. The one thing that I would say very strongly is that do not make it a long night. Make sure you get the sleep tonight, because again, I did feel this feeling of you have been kind of letting it wear on you, and you can't bring that in tomorrow. So again, I feel like you're kind of heavy, and you're kind of again, you're exhausted from not sleeping. So get some sleep tonight. The other thing that came to me that was quite interesting was that do me a favor when you tonight before you go to bed, and then in the morning as well, sit down and make sure you call on your spirit guide and ask your spirit guides to bring in those spirits that can help you with this exam. And with every exam, do the same thing. Ask the other
Oh
ones that
yeah.
can't really help you to kind of step back a little bit, give you some space, and then the ones that can help you, the ones that know the knowledge, and if there isn't some there, make your spirit guides go out and bring one in, because they can go out and ask for the expert. Look up the name of the person who wrote the book, the textbook, and ask your spirits, have they passed? If so, bring them in. Have your
Oh
spirit
my
guides.
gosh, that's so good, Don.
Absolutely, yeah. Have them bring them in, because these are that's what they do, is they're there to support you. And so they can bring in the knowledge to you that you may not have, or they can help you tap the knowledge that's inside you by helping you to understand it in a way that they can say it that maybe the book can't, or whatever. So again, your spirit guides are there to help you. Please reach out to them tonight and tomorrow. Before you go to bed tonight, let them come in during your dreams. Invite them in and tell them if they have some spirits out there who have this knowledge and they don't have it, have them go out and bring them into you. And if they do not, and then in the morning, the same thing. And then you're going to walk in that test and you're going to do well, because again, your spirit guides are there to help you, but call on them. That's what they're there for. Don't ignore them. They're there. Put them to use.
Exactly. That is a good idea. Call on the person who wrote the book, because most of them are dead.
They are. Most of them are. And who better to tell you about the book than the person who wrote it?
Exactly, because they have the subject matter at hand. Oh, that is such a great idea. I never even thought about that. And
Yep.
then now I can see like little highlights, like maybe you don't know the answer, or you've narrowed it down, and
Yep.
then you get that little nudge that says, nope, it's A or it's B, and then you go ahead and select it. That's very good. But I get an overall great feeling for you
Me
anyway.
too.
You've really, really, really been studying very well. And I just feel like it's going to end up being perfect for you. You're just a little bit nervous about it.
Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. You get the rest. That's the key I saw. Get the rest, but make that connection. Have that. But when you reach out to your spirit guides, speak it. I'm serious. When you talk for everybody, when you're talking to your spirit guides, when you're talking to somebody beyond, it's verbal like this. They can't read your mind. It's not. I mean, it seems like it's magic, and some of it may seem like that, but it's not. They're not. They're not able to read your minds, but we pick up on their energy. Okay. So there you go.
For the person asking about starting their YouTube channel, just go ahead and start it. Like, I thought mine was gonna be like, we'll be on here 2 months and then I'd have like a million viewers or a million subscribers. It's slow and steady. It just depends on what your content is, and what you're going to do. I do get good vibes for you, but you at least got to start and get it out there. And I'm not trying to be perfect about it. So just go ahead and get it started out there. We're very voyeuristic, so we always want to see something if you have something interesting to look at, like whether
Exactly.
you're cooking or you're making soap or you're doing a smoothie or something like that. We always want to see. So as long as you have good content, we can clearly hear you, and it's something like you're kind of lighthearted. A lot of times, like Don says, sometimes the energy isn't there because they're very monotone. They're super serious. The reading is so like ominous, and you're like, okay, I feel like I'm in a principal's office. So as long as you keep it kind of fun and keep people interested, then you'll definitely do well. Live may help you out a lot too, so try that. But you'll definitely do very well. So don't worry about
And
it.
you may have to take time with YouTube. I don't recall what the requirement is. It may not be one now, but when I first started, we had to have 250 or 250 subscribers. I forget which one it was, and before we could go live. I don't know if that's the same anymore. They may have.
I don't think so, because I just barely got to like the 300 or something mark recently. So I don't think it is still the same. That may be gone by now.
Well, that's good then. That's good then. But before, when I did it, you had to be a certain number, and that was a requirement. So what I did is I went on, and one of the easiest things, one of the funnest things to do, if you want to practice, Ms. D, before you go on YouTube, I would suggest to go on TikTok. TikTok is a higher, crazier kind of energy. It's one of the first one I did too, by the way. I went on TikTok, set my little phone up, clicked that button, and just went live. And all of a sudden, people started popping in from where, and you're like, how do they find me? And I was reading cards. I was doing one card draws, and the energy was crazy. And
I haven't done that yet. I'm gonna try and I keep saying I'm gonna try TikTok, but it is bananas over there.
It is. I tell you what, it's amazing. The first time I went on, I had 1,400 people pop in during it was a 30-minute window. 1,400 people pop in. And some people are like, oh, you're going to hell. And I'm like, been there already. Thank you. And other people like, hey, I can't wait. And other people, it was all over the place. It was fun. It was crazy. There was no drama. It was like they fuss with each other, which is wonderful. But man, the numbers went up. And so, but the good part is as I was doing that, I got comfortable because I'm like, damn, there's nothing to be afraid of. It's me and a camera. It's nothing more. Yeah. And that's one of the big things, D, is we worry about what we're going to do when the camera comes on.
What we're going to look like. Are we going to forget? Are we just do it? Just let it go.
As soon as it comes on, you just do it. It's whatever. And one more thing to tell you, Miss D, no matter what you do, no matter what you're going to present, be authentic, because these people, all of us, we see through that. And it's like, and that's kind of when I watch some of the readers, that's part of the problem is I feel like I'm not getting authentic.
They're just memorizing the cards.
Yep. And that's the one thing that our whole group, Julie, Bonnie, the bunch, that's one thing we all have. We've trained with each other. We've practiced with each other, and we give you what we see. We give you what it is, and we even put our lives out there a little bit.
The good, the bad, and the ugly. You don't always like it, and we've been called all kinds of things behind it.
We have indeed. We have indeed. So be authentic with yourself. Be true to the people. Don't try to be something you're not. And the people tend to they embrace that. They're really wonderful that way. So
exactly.
Hopefully it helped you, give you some at least a starting point.
So you'll be fine.
Yes, indeed. Do it. And again, do it because it's fun. It's wonderful. And also it gives you the chance to do whatever you're doing in a bigger scope, a bigger audience, which is nice.
And you'll be amazed at how creative you can get just quickly. Yeah. Exactly. All right, Keena, who's next?
Oh, she's not there. Keena left us. I'll take care of this. Let's see who's next. Samantha is next.
Where'd Keena go?
I don't know. Hello, will things get better with my daughter, please?
I immediately got that maybe there's some substance abuse. Is that the issue, and you're trying to will your power over her to see that if you can get her to take treatment or something like that. I get some kind of addiction. They show me the devil card, so I'm assuming that there's some kind of addiction or some kind of substance abuse there that you don't agree with, and you're trying to get her to see it your way. Okay, all right. I clearly get she's not going to do it until she's ready to do it. Oh, okay. Wait, did she say she's 16? Is that what I saw? Oh, I don't know what I saw. Okay, totally missed that. And so you can't force somebody to get sober on your, based on your desire for them to get sober or to be, um, to get over whatever their addiction is. They have to want it. You can continue to send them positive energy. You can continue to pray for them, but you can't force them. You can give them a little bit of tough love if they're not, if they're constantly coming to you for money or assistance or something like that. Sometimes you have to let them get that tough love, but you can't force them to make any changes that they're not ready for. So is it going to get better? Yes, but when she's ready to get ready, when she's ready to come in out of the cold, when she's ready to make that move to make herself whole again. This may be a lesson that she needs to learn. You don't know. And so you're trying to step in and break up the lesson that she needs to learn. This could be a lesson that she needs to learn. So your prayer could be, please help her to realize whatever the lesson is, or please help her to heal faster, or to understand, or to move forward in this situation. But you can't make her be based on your own strength of your desire for her to do it. So you just keep praying for her, keep sending her positive energy, and keep asking that her higher power intervene and help her out. But you can't make her be what you want her to be. Yeah. See, all the things that you're saying, if none of those things have made her reconcile and get her life together, it'll be when she's ready. But I do get a yes. I do get an overall, it will get better, but it'll be when she's ready to get better. And your preaching to her isn't going to do anything. If she was just in ICU with all those conditions and it still didn't make her, the addiction is still too strong. So you could pray for her, um, her resistance to get stronger, her resistance to it to get stronger, or her will to overcome to get stronger. Those are the things that you can pray for her to help her get forward. So that's what I got down.
The one thing I got from the healing deck is you have to trust that she is healing, but you have to let it to the universe, surrender and release it to the universe. And it's interesting, she's being protected. Archangel Michael is protecting her, and he's watching over her. She's not been as helpful for herself as she should, but he's helping her. And look at this again, guardian angel. She's got her guardian angels around her. So I've got Archangel Michael and the guardian angels. Again, she's got a lot of protection built in around her. I hope she takes that and does something with it. I hope she sets her intentions on how she's going to move forward. You have some physical. Again, you have a situation. We all have situations where we have physical limitations. We have certain limitations, but that doesn't mean we have to surrender to them. And if we, again, it starts and stops with us. You can only do so much. So I would be there and listen to her. I would give her I would be the person that she can talk to, that she can trust. But you can't heal her. You can't fix her. And you have to surrender to the fact that you live your life, she lives hers, and you can only do so much. And make sure that you create that defined line. Now you can empathize with her, but you cannot fix her, mom. That's not going to happen.
I also heard stop preaching to her. She's not hearing any of that, and it's pushing her away.
Yep. And believe in miracles. You'd be surprised what happens. You'll be surprised what happens. So just be there again. And you said she has pushed me away again. She pushed you away because again, as you missed this card again, it's the listening card. I'm trying to find it because I just had it here. Where was it? The listening card. Again, listen. Sometimes you got one mouth and two ears. There's a reason for that. Maybe you should be listening more than you talk. So again, the most important thing I would argue there for you is that again, just listen. Sometimes don't pass judgment. Just kind of take it in. And it's hard because I do it myself sometimes with my kids, and it's like I just have to just shut up. And Lord knows, as Angie knows, that's not easy for me. Because I like to give my opinions.
Don't we like to talk?
Don't we like to talk? Exactly. But sometimes you just have to kind of sit there and nod your head and whatever. And there's times where you have to also know that no matter what answer you give is not going to be the right answer. So when those times come up, that's when you truly want to zip it, because you know that no matter what you say, no matter what
I have learned this phrase and it just smooths over. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. A lot, it smooths over a whole bunch. That's what you want to do? Oh, okay. That's
exactly.
oh, okay. That works so well for a lot of things. You don't have to, oh, okay. Like, I don't
Okay.
have to have any further discussion. I am actively listening and I'm acknowledging your choices. Oh, okay. I'm not giving you my opinion. I'm not butting in. Oh, okay. I can okay you to death, literally to death. And just, yeah. So you'll be fine. There was
Exactly.
something else I was gonna say to her. Oh, maybe you may need to go to a group. Like, you can go to a group too and talk to other parents who've had to deal with children who are on drugs, or family members that are on drugs. So there's support for you. You may want to find a group of people who can help you to cope with it, or how to deal with it, and how they were able to. Sometimes it's hard to detach from your child and let them have that hard fall, and then be there to support them after the fall, but not be like supporting them through the madness and making it worse for them. So you may need to find a group so that you can get some other um, get with other parents who've had to go through it too.
Yeah. One other thing I would suggest to you, I'm not saying, well, I am saying this. I'm going to say I am saying this. Samantha, you may want to look into some groups that deal with psychological abuse, because I feel like your child has given you some psychological abuse and they know how to play that game with you. And you need to heal yourself from the fact that, again, you can't own their abuse. Make sure that you try to look for them. And these days with Meetup and everything else, these groups can be online through Zoom. Zoom has brought so many things, so you don't even have to leave your house sometimes. You can be in your house if you have to be in the comfort of your house, or the security of feeling that people don't know you, whatever, so you can feel comfortable to have the conversations. But I would say I would look for groups that deal with psychological abuse, because
Yeah,
I'm like your daughter has played that instrument for you and has done that to you, but you may not have seen it that way before. But now, once I mentioned it, I wouldn't be surprised if you see that again. She verbally beats up on you because that's how she does her thing. So I don't know.
yes. Billy Joe asked about it. It's Al-Anon, so AL-ANON, I think it is. They have it for the teens and for other family members. So it's groups that you can go to get support. It's
Yep.
Al-Anon, AL and then dash ANO N, Al-Anon, and they also have Alateen, which is
Mhm.
the same thing. If your teen is on it, so
Absolutely.
that may help you, Billy Joe.
Absolutely. Good night, angels. Good to see you
Good
pop
night,
in. Appreciate
angels.
it.
So who's next, Keena?
I think she's looking to see if Tiffany Denham is here, but Tiffany, or if you're here, let us know, please. Tiffany. And who's after?
Um, oh, go ahead, Don.
I was going to say, who's after Tiffany? Oh, there she is. She's a good. Thank you. You're welcome, Samantha.
So Tiffany, I get okay. So you know that game that you can play like this as kids, like one person slaps the other hand. That's what's happening. You're pouring your intention into the relationship, into your career. Like, they're competing with each other instead of them supporting you to help. Instead of the relationship being able to support you and help you to move forward, it's competing with you. And so there's a competing interest there. And it may not be that the person is competing with you, but you're focused on one or the other. You don't seem to have the balance, because they're showing me the Two of Pentacles. You don't seem to have the balance in your resources or your mental capacity to put your focus on a little bit on this one, or a little bit on that one. You're either extremely on this one or you're extremely on that one. As far as I don't know if you're asking me about getting a new job or about a new job that you just got. I don't feel like you're looking. So I feel like maybe you just started a new job and you want to kind of know what's the buzz or what's the atmosphere around there. Like, how do they feel about you there? Maybe, is that what you're asking? That's the kind of vibe that I'm getting. Um, I feel like you're a little bit disengaged at work. Like, they don't really know how to kind of deal with you. You're a little bit disengaged because you're either so in love, or you're so or you're just at work, but mentally you're somewhere else. And I just feel like this relationship is really competing with your career instead of helping you to be a support on it. And you may need to choose one or the other. in this situation until you can get your focus or get your career moving in the way that you want to move. So that's what I'm getting for you. I just started the job. Yeah. I don't feel like your focus is totally in on that job. It's still um um on maybe a past breakup or a past relationship, or how you're going to move forward in getting a new relationship. Like you're very love centered versus career focused, and they're competing with each other. So that's how I got it.
Tiffany, did you leave or did you go into something with education or counseling or something? Because I'm getting I'm getting this counseling vibe and or education vibe. It's more like, I don't know. It's like, do you work for an educational institution or something, or did you work? Was there a transition in or out of that? And also the other thing that would comes to mind. Well, no, I'll go there later. And are you looking at transitioning your children to? You have two daughters, and I'm getting, and is one of them transitioning to the next level in like the middle school or high? It's like I don't know. I'm getting a lot of education around you, so I'm trying to figure out how that connects to the reading that I'm trying to get. Man, the delay is a little long. Yes, yeah. I asked 10 billion questions, Tiffany, so you can shoot me. I should have prefaced each of them slower. Yes, you went to an education or an environment, or you came from an education transition. So you transition into or out of. Hello, hello. Hey, LMT, nice to see you in, Miss Carmel.
Is Tiffany? Wait, she said
She said
yes, but what
yes.
was that too?
Yeah, that's a problem. I asked like 4 questions. I realized I should have not done. No, I left one job. Okay, again, the job you left. Again, can you let me know if you left an educational or instructional environment or counseling environment, or did you go into one? I understand you left a job. Again, I'm just trying to get this cleared up and spaced out. And by the way, folks, Lord, while we're talking, if you would like to come live with us, you can be here with verbal and we can have a conversation and not put your face on the camera if you'd like. Or we can send you the link and you can come live and we'll put your face up there and you can have a conversation. No, I left. I know I am a housekeeper. Okay. God, I'm getting education then. So it's your two daughters then. It's something about your two daughters. And is one of them changing schools? Because again, I'm getting getting a lot about education. I'm getting you to focus on education for some reason. Hey, I can't. I would love to come visit LMT. That's for sure. It's a beautiful place over there. Anyway, the delay is killing me, so I really can't get on the vibe here. My little girl going to middle school. Okay, this is going to be okay. Okay. So do me a favor. Make sure you have some really good conversations with her this summer, because I think this transition is going to be hard for her. I think she's going to take it a little. I think it's going to be a little more complicated than she anticipates, and so make sure that you have a conversation. Give her some ideas about what to expect. Have her do things that you can. If you know other parents whose kids are going there, make sure that you make those connections in the summer, because I really do feel that this transition for her is not going to go smoothly. And I think she's going to need some extra attention. And so do the best you can to make it easy in the summertime for the transition, and therefore connecting in a way that she feels comfortable. Maybe take her to the school, drive around the school, do whatever. I don't know what you can do. Make sure that when they have those meetings that allow the people to come in and see the school and all this stuff in advance, make sure you do that, because I really do think that the transition for her is going to be a little more complicated and a little more rough. And she won't be necessarily telling you all this, but she'll be dealing with it. And so help her to make that easier. Okay. That's kind of what I'm getting. Whew, that was long. And if you send me an email at advice@sonoranmystictarot.com, advice@sonoranmystictarot.com, and let me know you want to go live, we will send you a link And when you get that link, you click on the link, it'll come in. You'll go into what's kind of a green room, and then we're ready to bring you up to have the conversation. You go up. When you come on, you don't have to turn your camera on if you don't want. We can just have the conversation. It was just Angie and I and then your voice. Or if you'd like to come on with the camera on, that would be great too. And when we do, we'll throw that switch and it'll come on. So let us know if you'd like that, and we will send you a link. And there you go. Next, Keena's back in the kitchen. I think she planned it that way. Let's see. Next is Libby Ramirez. Will we be able to get our home back from foreclosure?
I'll let you start that, Don.
So, but Libby, you haven't. It has not been foreclosed on yet, correct? Because that's. I'm not. I don't think you've. I don't feel that you've gone through the foreclosure yet. I think you've gotten the paperwork, the notices. Is that correct? And again, back to the questions. Lord have mercy. So I'm not going to ask any more questions until I hear that. Again, Libby, let me know. Have you, again, only received paperwork, or have you actually enlist pendants? No, list pendants, it means there's a legal action against the property. When you file, when a creditor's filed a list pendants, that means an action has been, it's involved in a legal action. So again, that's different than a foreclosure. A foreclosure is merely them coming to you, telling you haven't paid, giving you notice that on a certain day at a certain time, if you're in Texas, it's the first Tuesday of every month, you're going to be foreclosed on between the hours of 9 and noon at the Harris County Courthouse, or 1 and 3 or 1 and 4, whatever, depending on where you are. So again, a list pendants is when there is a legal action, and therefore if you were to sell the property, they wouldn't be able to sell until that's resolved. They're two very different things. There's a large lien. Okay. So where does the foreclosure come in? So the lien holder is foreclosing? Is that what you're trying to say? And this is your homestead? So your question is what then? Because again, it says we'll be able to get back. You said back from foreclosure. Again, I don't understand. If you have a lien holder, if you have a list pendants, then you have not been foreclosed on yet. Is that correct? Because I don't think so I think your question is not quite accurate. Let me just go with what I see, because I'm yes, homestead. Okay, I understand that. And of course, that homestead protection will not release you from the lien problem. Yeah, I think Libby is here, and so that's great advice. So you're not yet in process, okay? Libby, look at Shelley's comment. It says look into the HAF program if you are in I'm not sure what FCL is though. Foreclosure.
She's
FCL
in
is foreclosure.
Illinois.
I'm guessing, right, Angie? Yeah.
I'm assuming, because I don't know any, unless it's a city.
Oh, Libby's in Illinois. Okay, for some reason I thought she was here. Okay, apologize for that. There's most cities, most counties have the same kind of programs, but Libby, you need right there the first card out. You need to get advice. I don't care if you don't have the money. You live in Arizona now. Okay, now you're confusing the freaking. Is the property in Illinois? Is that what you're saying? Oh, come on, Libby, you're killing me. I thought you were in Arizona, so I don't understand what happened here. The property is in Illinois. Is that what you're saying? So if the property is in Illinois and you're here.
Oh, still have a house in Illinois.
So how is it homesteaded? Because it's not your homestead anymore. That I don't want to know. Don't want to know. Don't even tell me. It's better not to know. The key I'm telling you is you need to get legal advice. This is the very first card came out. You need to get legal advice. You need to find the money, no matter what it takes, to get some attorney to look at this situation and figure out the best step forward. Having a conversation with us, having a conversation with other psychics and everybody else is not going to do the work for you. This card is very clear. Looking to people, the professionals, and have them do the job, because you're going to be running around in circles and frustrated, and then you're going to surrender, not knowing what to do because you didn't know what to do. Go get the advice, and that's the one.
I'm wondering what kind of lien this is. Like,
There's only three kinds of liens I can think of that usually get attached. One is one is a judgment. If there's a judgment, it can be attached. It's a personal judgment, but that again can be done away with in bankruptcy. The second thing can be if work was done on the house and they didn't pay the contractor, the lien stays on the house. But this has a lis pendens, and so therefore, if it's a lis pendens because of lien, it makes you wonder if there's an action. So again, a court suit, therefore a judgment. And that's kind of what it was in my head. The other thing that it could be is that it could be a tax lien because it hasn't paid taxes, or HOA fees. Those liens can be there, but an HOA lien is usually not very large.
when I used to work for I was a subrogation person, and we would put a lien on your house. Like, say if you're like, say you had a relative that was in but and it usually
Healthcare
would
lien.
be the parents. Like, a relative got really sick, and then you had to get like Medicaid or Medicare. You had to get some kind of assistance, so they would pay for your health care, but then when you passed, they would put a lien on your property for whatever the medical bills
Medicare does
were.
that
And
too.
then but they would never take your house. They would only be like, you can't
Right.
sell the house until you pay
Yeah,
off
but
our
see the
lien.
lis pendens. She says a lis pendens, and see a lis pendens is very specifically saying you can't sell it because there's a legal action, and that's the confusing thing about my thinking. Because even a foreclosure, unless Illinois is a different kind of state, even a foreclosure is not necessarily a legal action because they're non-judicial foreclosures, which means you don't have to go to the court to get a foreclosure. You just file the foreclosure paperwork and follow the process. So most states are non-judicial foreclosure states. So if it's a foreclosure for taxes, then it will be for judicial foreclosure because again, the judge has to sign off on the foreclosure because of taxes. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on here.
So are you asking us, will you have enough money to prevent it from happening? I don't see that as a yes. I don't, unless you get some assistance, because I immediately got chaos down. When I saw it was like chaos, and I got that you guys wait and let this get out of hand. You didn't deal with it in the beginning where you should have. And now that it's at the extreme where they're ready to take the property, you guys are ready to take action and you're frantic. But you could have taken care of this in the beginning had you at least responded, or had you at least made some kind of efforts to move forward. So I get that you kind of waited to the last minute, and so you're definitely going to need to hire someone. But if you don't have the money to pay the lien, then you probably don't have the money to get somebody to help you with it. I am going to tell you or recommend that you at least try to go to your EAP. A lot of times our jobs will at least give you someone who will do a free consultation, and they'll at least give you some advice on how to move forward. So at least try your EAP, or try some of the housing programs that are around in whatever state you're in, because there's a lot of foreclosure programs that'll kind of help you. And there's a lot of tax lien or a lot of tax lien programs that'll help you. So it's just about you trying to get resources that'll help you, which is kind of hard when you're here and then this issue is there.
I'll give you one other point of information, not advice, of course, not advice, but it's information. Generally speaking, if you go to foreclosure, your first lien holder is going to be your mortgage company. So, and I'm guessing you did not pay it off. So there's a mortgage company. So even if these people try to foreclose on, they're going to be, they must have a secondary, again, they'll have to have a secondary position in a lien. And maybe that's why they haven't foreclosed, because they're a secondary lien holder. And therefore all that means is they're going to have to start paying your damn mortgage. The lien was from a past business we had to BK, and the company did not get included in the BK and came back later. Oh no, then no, my dear. No. You need to go back to your bankruptcy attorney, and you need to have them deal with it. This is I knew bankruptcy law, believe me. Go back to your bankruptcy attorney. I point here because that's where we see our notices. That issue will.
Or did you guys could it be that they just didn't tell this person about it and it didn't get included?
But there's public notices usually to creditors that in a bankruptcy situation, which
Oh.
is wonderful. You need to go back to your bankruptcy attorney. You should have already went back there. I don't care if he retired. I don't care. His firm, somebody, again, somebody go to an attorney now. That's the point, and get them to look into this and go back, because again, there are ways to do this. Believe me. And if this was supposed to be part of and wasn't, whatever, the point is yeah, you have a door. You have a window right there. Don't blow the window. Exactly. They were sent a notice. That's my point. I'm telling you, you get it.
So if they got the notice, they can't then come and put a lien on you, right? Oh, so you really
Exactly.
need to get some help outside of it, because they're obviously
not only that, but
it,
interestingly enough, if they put a lien on your property, or a lis pendens, which is not a valid lis pendens or lien, now they put themselves in legal jeopardy, because now you can go after them. So you need to get to an attorney. Don't hesitate. Don't wait, and spend the money. Spend the money. Whew, next. Oh, and Keena's not there. Okay, let me see. Who is next? Roseflower.
I don't even understand that. You went to bankruptcy because of the business, but then it didn't get included in there.
No, you.
Like, I'm reading your question, but
I was gonna say, I'm sorry, Angie, because it just popped. You don't need an AZ attorney. Your foreclosure is not an AZ. Do not go to an Arizona attorney is not going to be able to help you. Your foreclosure. You're telling us your foreclosure is in Illinois. Is that correct? So if foreclosure is in Illinois, an attorney in Arizona, unless they're licensed in Illinois as well, cannot help you. You need to go.
Or are you saying you filed bankruptcy here? Like, this whole case is just. That's why I kept seeing this.
Yeah.
Just circles of confusion. Circles of confusion.
No, yeah, you need to go.
What's the correct? The property's in Illinois, or you filed bankruptcy in Arizona? I feel like we asked 10 questions.
Exactly. Yeah. Your bankruptcy may be here, and that puts you in a federal district here. But again, if the bankruptcy was done here, then you can talk to a bankruptcy attorney here, because it's the proper. Yes, we know the property is in Illinois. Was the bankruptcy also in Illinois? Was it filed in Illinois before you came here? I think it was, because you said 5 years ago, and you've only been here 3, you said, in one of your previous ones. So again, I'm guessing the bankruptcy was also filed in Illinois. If the bankruptcy was filed in Illinois and the house is in Illinois, then you need an Illinois attorney. I don't care where you live. You are not in the jurisdiction. The jurisdiction sits where the situation arose. And that case, by the way, that case is closed. There's a legal, the forms are always there. So again, another attorney can go there. Yes, filed in Illinois. Exactly. So again, an Arizona attorney is not going to be any use to you. They are not licensed in Illinois. They do not know those procedures. You need to find, even though it's federal, bankruptcy has federal, but it also has state.
The lien was placed 15 years ago. I am so confused. Don, I am dead confused.
Yeah, Libby, get an attorney. Get an attorney in Illinois and let that process move forward. Remember, but I can tell you, if that lien was 15 years ago, then he's a secured creditor, and he was not wiped out in bankruptcy, and that lien stayed. I hate to tell you that, because that's probably not what you want to hear. But again, if a lien is in place already, and that makes him a secured creditor, secured creditors have their liens are protected in bankruptcy unless they're defective. In this case, it probably wasn't. So you've kind of, again, taken us off on a different tangent. I think you are not quite clear, so please get an attorney, but get an attorney in Illinois, not here.
They keep on refiling.
Yeah, they have to renew their lien. If they don't renew their lien, then it can fall off. So again, and that means it's a statutory lien. And so, and in Texas, it's every 10 years. Every jurisdiction has different times. So it makes sense that they would refile it. Of course they would, to keep it new. If they don't, it falls off. So yeah, exactly. You need a lawyer, not an attorney. You need a lawyer, not a psychic right now. So make sure you, again, reach out, get an Illinois attorney, and make this go away properly.
All right, Roseflower, can I get a career and money reading? I feel like we do this quite often, but I'm gonna go with the cards. Let me see what I can get psychically. For some reason, the song Alicia Keys, the remake that she did of the Prince song, I got and you know what, Don? That file finally came up for me to do it, and I can't remember my password, so it won't let
Okay.
me do it. So I'll have to figure it out. Do you have to download it every time?
No. Once you download it, it's in the computer.
Oh,
You're good.
okay. Yeah, so I couldn't remember my password, and that's what I was doing while you're doing the other reading. I cannot remember it for the life of me. And it doesn't even do a forgot password. I'd have to reset my other um password, and I just don't remember it. So I'm gonna have to do all that at another time. But Roseflower, the song that I keep hearing is I Keep on Falling In and Out of Love with You. The Alicia Keys song. So this is definitely a love reading and not a career and finance read. Wait, you said career and money. So that's the song that I keep hearing. I keep on falling in and out of love with you. And are you making your career or your personal decisions based on how you feel about the situation? Oh, we're going to move together, so I'm going to, I'm deciding this way. Oh, we're not going to move together, so I'm deciding that way. Because that is clearly the song that came up. So if you're not in a relationship, you're basing your decisions on something um, outside of just you. Um, I see you in a car. It's nighttime, which means that you are you're married. Okay, I keep falling in and out of love with you. So these are the highs and lows of the relationship. And so your career is based on the highs and lows of the relationship. That's how they keep showing it to me. And the car, okay. So are you considering separating? Because they show me you in a car and you're just sitting there in a car looking forward. And I don't know if you smoke, but it feels to me like you're sitting there just kind of smoking, just kind of deciding. The car isn't started, the car isn't in motion, but you're contemplating or you're thinking about moving, and you're not deciding whether you're going to go, because a car means a further journey than a walk. So you are contemplating leaving because that's your mode of transportation. It's at night, so nobody knows that this is what you're going to do. So this is something that you are considering doing, but you haven't really put any action to it. It's just something that you're mulling over, like what are your best options. They're showing me the 7 of Cups, and so you have a very emotional decision to make. Should I go? Should I stay? What should I do? Should I move? Should I not? Like, you have a lot of things that you're trying to decide, and one of them is whether you should go, but you're sitting in the car. So that seems to be more of a step forward, with you at least sitting in the car, because I feel like before you thought about it and there was nothing. So now mentally you're in the car, and so you're closer to thinking about moving on or moving away than you were before. And so you just have a lot of decisions to make about it. And so your career is in flux because you don't know where you're going to go with this relationship thing. And um, you're not really committing to any one thing either way on either side. Like, oh, should I power forward with my job? Well, I don't know what I want to do. Should I power forward with this separation? I don't know what I want to do. And because you have so many things that you're trying to consider and so many things that you're trying to make decisions on, you're not making any decisions, and you're hoping that a higher power will come in and tell you, hey, go ahead and move. Hey, go ahead and move forward in your career. You want somebody to tell you because you can't see the way through. And so what you need to ask your guides is, what is my next step? How do I move forward with my career? How do I move forward in this relationship? What is my next step? Because you're wanting us to be able to go and be like, oh, well, you should go ahead and do this with your job, or you should do this with your relationship. And what they're saying, it's a personal decision for you, and you need to have that conversation with your higher power to decide how you should move forward. So that's what I got for you.
Let's see. Rose flower. The one thing I'm getting is you constantly are getting signs. You're constantly getting information, and you're constantly being directed on what to do. You just all you do is sit there and spin your wheels. I don't know what else.
Sitting in the car, not even started,
Yeah,
not even
I don't know
moving.
what else you want us to tell you. It's it's like if you want the celebration, if you want the adulation, then get strong and do what you need to do. I mean, come on, let's flip this script and let's take control. Okay, I mean, be the queen, be that queen, and take control. Because all I'm seeing right now is you're doing the same old thing and nothing that changes. So again, you got to do something more. You can tell us what you want to tell us. You can and if you want us to believe it, we can. But I'm telling you, you're not doing all that you can do. I mean, there you need change. There's changes. It's telling you changes must be had. So I mean, I just really don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you except you got to put the work in to make the changes and get something going. You can talk a lot, you can talk a game, and you can talk all kinds of things, but you got to make something happen. You really do. And you can't wait for somebody else to fix it for you. That's just not going to happen. That's what I got for you. Not some good news today. Sorry about that, Rose Flower. Sorry. Next. I keep on walking. Now you got me with Alicia Keys in my head. Oh my gosh. But hey, if I'm going to have somebody in my head, that's a good voice to have there. You know what I'm saying?
That's not a bad voice to have in your
Absolutely.
head.
And God, she's a beautiful woman. It's interesting. She doesn't do the makeup thing right now. She kind of committed to doing that, and she never needed to begin with. I mean, if you look at her, she's just strikingly beautiful.
Yeah, she's been doing that for a while. She was protesting for a
Mm-hmm.
while with that.
Carrie, let's see what we got for you, Carrie. Carrie. Hey, Bonnie, nice to see you in. Good show today, by the way, for you and
Hey,
for you
Gwen,
and Julie. I'm drawing a blank. Like
Julie.
Carrie, buckle in, baby. You need to do some changing. You got to get ready for it. You got to do some changing. You have been working on something for a long time to come. This is the perseverance card. It's been a while, but time to change, time to see things, and you can see it through. Again, it's time for change. As I see this card, the one thing that tells me about that is that I feel like you're again. It's more than just um, it's more than just a little bit frustrating. Again, you've been going through something that's been wearing you down, and it's time again to get that energy back. Okay, it has been a journey, but again, you're getting there. So let's start making the change. Let you be the change agent. Okay. And yeah, it's again, it's not going to be all ruffles and flourishes and flowers, but again, make the choices you have to make. They're not going to be easy choices. You will have to make some hard choices, but you have got to do it because this can't sustain itself. This cannot sustain itself. You need to get something to happen, and this is the opportunity. This again is the opportunity. You came to us, and this is Angie and me. Look at these two right here. You came to us. We're giving you some advice. Take it. Otherwise, if you miss the boat, don't be frustrated when nothing changes. So the change starts with you. It starts with you, and you've got to make it happen. And look at this. This is the King of Cups. That's that energy. That's a change energy. Again, the change energy. You have to make that happen. It begins and ends with you. Changes now. I'm like, this is the same kind of I get the rose flower energy. It's like, damn, I'm feeling the same kind of thing. You know. So figure out a different way of doing something. Figure out the new direction and get moving in that direction. What you got there, Angie?
I so there's two directions I can go with this, and I need to know first, are you a Taurus? Because they showed me you, and I heard take the bull by the horn. So they showed me you grabbing the bull by the horn and being slung around, but you holding on. So that's their resilience. But I need to know if you're a Taurus, because if you're a Taurus, then this is your inner fight. You're fighting yourself. This is the battle that you're having with yourself. This is that stubborn bull energy. If you're not a Taurus, then you're being thrown and bumped around and you're not sure exactly what to do. You're a Leo. So this is not your inner struggle. This is an outside struggle. But they're saying take on the issue, take the bull by the horn and just go ahead and move forward with whatever your bumps and bruises are going to be. You're afraid to step forward or step into any action because you're afraid of the consequences. But they're like, just take the bull by the horn and hold on. and either you'll get slung forward into your future, or you'll get a little bit battered and bruised, but you'll hold on and you'll get past this situation. But it's a battle that has to happen. And so in order for you to move forward, you're just going to have to step into whatever this unpleasantry is, and move forward with it. You have to go through it. You can't go around it. It's not going to disappear. It's not going to go away. You're going to have to take the bull by the horn, take on the issue, and move forward. I'm getting that it may be a family issue, because I'm seeing like people around. So it may be a family issue. It doesn't seem to be a career issue or anything like that. It seems to be a family issue, and you're kind of avoiding it because it's a family issue, or because it's something that has been you've been kind of avoiding for a while. But they're going saying the only way to get through it, or to get it to be over and you to move forward on your path, because this bull is like the elephant in the room. It's just there, and you're trying to go around it, and it's just causing you more anxiety and more problems than you need to. Go ahead and take control of the problem and move forward. It won't be as hard as you think. I think once you actually step forward into it, you'll get slung forward into your future, rather than being tossed and turned and bruised. But you have to at least acknowledge it and step into it. So that's what I got.
Super.
And she says you're right. So that
all righty then. Who is next, Kina? We're on a roll tonight.
I like it. I like it. Like it. Damn it. Listen, I was just about to say, and no love readings, and then ta-da!
Oh Lord.
Will your finances improve? I get okay. Immediately I got, if you take the steps that you need. So I see you kind of I see you stepping down the stairs. So did you just take like a demotion, or did you take a cut and pay? Because I see you stepping downstairs, going down, 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 instead of trying to go up. Like maybe you changed your direction, or you lost focus and you're moving in the wrong direction. Like you're going backwards down the stairs instead of up toward your and to a higher level in your career or in your finances. Like maybe you took a financial hit and you're moving down, and you feel like I'm getting pushed back, or I'm getting a setback because of this situation. And they're saying you need a perspective change and an attitude change, like, your attitude about the situation. And believe me, I know about perspective changes. I've been so in a perspective change in the last couple of weeks, or they've been trying to help me to find a perspective change. But unless they put me in a straitjacket and spin me around, we're gonna be going through this for a while. But I'm just saying, they're saying you need a perspective change in the way that you see the situation, as in, so I have savings, like I have money that I've saved. I've just gotten to that savings mentality. And so when the situation comes up, and I have to go into my savings, I'm like, oh no, I have to go into my savings. I don't want to go into my savings. But a perspective change would be, at least you have the money to go into. You have that cushion back there to take care of this situation. So you take the money out of your savings, you take care of the situation, and you move forward in the gratitude of at least being able to have the savings, versus, why do I have to deal with this issue at all? It's an issue that came up. I have the savings. I can move forward. Where in the past, the issue may have come up and I had no alternative. So I'm in a better position, but I'm not seeing the gratitude in it. Hey, you at least have the funds to take care of the situation. So they just want you to see it from a different perspective, so that you can turn your focus back to the way that you are, because you're stepping down and you're thinking about the situation that you're in, and not the gratitude of whatever the situation is revealing for you. So for me, having to go on my savings reveals to me, look, you're already at a money mindset. You already have improved your circumstances because you have a savings to tap into, versus you don't have any other resources but to borrow, or to let this situation overwhelm you and take you down. So in the fact that you have this savings, you have this safety net, that's a different perspective. And when you see it like that, you see positivity in what's going on. So go ahead and see it for what it is, and allow it to help you to propel forward. Just get that perspective change. And if you don't know what it is, ask your higher power, how can I see this differently? How can I get from where I am to where I need to where I can see this for the beauty in whatever it is? whatever this financial situation. It could be that you got a demotion at work and that you need to now start applying. Like a lot of times we see being fired or losing our job as something that needs to be that is a punishment, but it could be saying, hey, you wouldn't leave this job, so we ended it, because they're showing me a 10 of wands, and that 10 of wands is a burden that you were carrying, that you got to the end of that situation, and now it's time for a new beginning. So it could mean that you need to move on from the situation that you're in. So this could be a blessing in disguise, even if it's just a stalemate. That's what they're showing me. Like you're in a space of indecision because you don't know what to do. And in this situation, you need to see it from a different perspective. Take the blindfold off and see it differently so that you can move forward. So that's what I got for the finance part. I don't really have anything on the love part. So Don, you can go ahead.
Love. Oh.
Don't you just love?
Did we stop getting messages? Because I don't see any messages.
I haven't seen any. Oh, there's one right there from her.
Asking you, shall we?
I hope that resonates and makes sense to you.
Keep on walking. Child, the thing I see is focus. I see a lack of focus. I see a whole kinds of focus issue there. Do you have a lot of
I do get a loneliness, though, Don. I do get a loneliness.
I see some internal struggle going on here. And it's like she can't find balance. Is your system out of balance? Are you having some issues with, again, a system balance situation? Because I'm getting some out of balance situation here. I'm getting some lack of focus. Are you on ADD or ADHD meds or something like that? Are you on the spectrum maybe by chance? Because I'm getting some balance issues. I'm getting some chemical imbalance issues here. And again, it forces you to lack focus. And this is something you've had for a while. This isn't new. No, okay. So then this must not. I'm getting the feeling like you're just out of balance. And so if you're not feeling out of balance, then ignore everything I just said and don't let that plant the seed in your head. But because I'm getting some serious out of balance and lack of focus issues here. So then this energy is not for you. I must be sidetracked. And so take that as it was. Then let that leave for whoever it was and not for you. That's all I can say, because I'm getting some serious issues there. So there you go. Move on. Next. If I don't have energy, I don't have it. That's good. Definitely going into a lot going on. So next. Keep on walking. Oh, I see. I see what you're saying, Kina. Absolutely. My head's half the screen is like my head is half cut off in Instagram. Yeah, that's not going to work so well. I don't know how we'd have to revert that. That's a whole different thing. Did you see the picture she sent, Angie? Yeah.
No.
I'll send it forward. Or Kina, can you send it to Angie too? Anyway. So next is who is next? So KT, what issue will happen between my mom and some neighbor? What issues will happen between my mom and some neighbors? KT, what are you? Are you asking us to read their minds? Because again, we're not reading other people's minds. What is it you're get? I don't know. What is it you're trying to find out here?
Why are you using mine?
I kind of get that they're like
a boundary dispute.
Yeah, like there's some like they're having some neighborly issues, like fussing and back and forth, and she wants us to tell us, is it whose favor it's going to end in? Maybe that's what she's asking.
She hasn't said. She says she's here, and I asked the questions, but she hasn't responded.
It seems to be.
I don't know.
The episode that they're showing me, the Golden Girls, that episode where the one neighbor's tree was over in their yard.
Yes.
So that's what they're showing me. So is there some kind of issues like with where the property lines are or something like that, and you're wanting to know how it's going to end with them, or is it going to? What issues will happen between my mom and my neighbors? I don't think the question was asked right. What issues will happen? Like, you want to know, will it be resolved, or will it escalate to the next level? Because if you're asking us what issues, you ought to know what the issue is, and you're asking us for the solution to whatever the issue is that is going on.
Did they leave again? Because they haven't answered any questions. So I think they may have left again, or they lost their connection or something. I don't know. I think we've lost them. So let's unfortunately, unless you have something very specific, Angie.
Well, we understand it's her neighbors. That we do understand. But your question? We're having a hard time understanding your question. You're saying what issues will happen. Are you asking us, is it going to escalate and there are going to be more issues, or are you asking us, what is the solution to whatever issues they're having now? What future issues will happen?
How about do us a favor? Reach out to your mom. First of all, go on my website, go on my YouTube page, and connect and subscribe. But also have your mom reach out to us, and maybe she can help clarify in a way that maybe it would be better, because it's her energy, not yours. And so, again, it's probably better if she had some questions for her to ask us that question. Therefore, we can pick up the energy, because right now it's just a big blank. It's like what, I don't understand.
I feel like they nitpick back and forth with each other. And so you're asking us, is there anything that's going to happen? Are they going to escalate to a legal issue? Are they going to escalate to this? It seems to be something very petty between the two of them. And they just keep nitpicking back and forth with each other. I sense something coming, but sure of everything. But you're not sure of what's coming. I don't sense anything coming. I really do feel like they're just kind of going back and forth and nitpicking with each other in a neighborly way. I don't see it escalating to anything. Will it escalate? Exactly. I don't feel like it's going to escalate into anything. Have you tried to extend the olive branch? Like, what is the issue? Like, I've never had those kind of issues with neighbors to the point where I had to just be like, I need to get somebody else to come in, or I need somebody. Like, I just don't understand. And maybe I've just been blessed with good neighbors, so I don't know. But it seems to be something petty back and forth. I don't get any negative energy of it escalating to a legal stance or anything like that. I do feel like the police have been called a couple times back and forth, and even the police are tired of them too, with the back and forth about it. And it's just kind of like, I'm going to file a report. I'm going to file a report. And so there's not really anything going. You're just kind of going back and forth, tit for tat, and you're just kind of egging it on.
And don't plant the seed.
So I don't get it escalating to any legal.
And don't plant the seed. Watch your language, watch your verbiage, because again, you can put something into the universe that you don't want. So just that's the best way to put it.
Yeah, I don't get it escalating any further than that. If you think that there's going to be an issue, you can put some what is it, Don? Put some selenite, cut this up, remember, to the 4 pieces that Don told us, and put it get a selenite wand or pieces of selenite, and take them and put them in the 4 corners of your property for protection.
Their property,
and
their
then
property,
whatever
your mom and your parents' property.
your mom's property, and whatever it is that you think that the issue is, this will be the protection from whatever it is, and it could de-escalate anything or clear that energy or be protection from you. So you can go ahead and put these out there as protections around your mom's house if you think there's going to be an issue. That may be your best option. That way you don't have to worry about anything because you put the protection in the four corners of her property. So again, either go get 4 pieces of selenite or get one and cut it up. Most of us don't have the power to cut it up. So get 4 pieces of it, put it in the corners of each corner of her property, all around, so that and then ask for and set the intention that it's protection from any kind of negative activity, negative intentions, or any kind of negative energy coming your way. And so that way you put a protection on.
I'd advise 2 more things too. Also, put salt on every doorway that you go in and out of to make sure it blocks that negative energy coming in. You don't want the negative energy. I would also say that the one other thing is get some bay leaves, and on the bay leaf, write the neighbor conflict. Just put whatever neighbor conflict, and burn it. Burn the bay leaf, because again, you'd be surprised how wonderful bay leaves work in that, and then they smell good too when they're burned, which is nice.
And that way you're not doing anything to the neighbor. You're just warding off anything before it comes. So selenite wand, bay leaf, and the salt. You can do the salt immediately. Put that salt outside the door. I'm telling you, my grandmother used to do that all the time, and I did not understand what it was. Putting that salt outside that door, keeping that negativity out. And
worst comes to worst.
And then that way it'll bring you to a more positive energy, and it'll put a protection.
Worst comes to worst, get a whole thing of big thing of salt and or 2, and walk around the house with the salt pouring all the way around the perimeter of the house, whatever it takes. But put the barrier. It's a natural barrier to negative. And if you want to go a little bit step further, go to the grocery store where they have those. Some grocery stores have like the what do you call it? The herbs that are actually in a little pot. Get a rosemary little pot plant and put it out front of your door. Rosemary in front of your door is known for centuries to block negative energies and bad spirits. So just put a little rosemary plant right by the door. I mean, there's little things you can do like that that'll give you so much relief.
Exactly. So go ahead and do that. Like you said, you lit a protection candle at your house, but you still have worry. So either you don't believe in the I was just gonna say LMT told me to get a rosemary plant this weekend. I'm bringing there, and I told her my house is where plants come to die.
Rosemaries are hardy though; they grow forever, and they even the worst.
Don, I killed the bamboo.
Lord. You killed bamboo. That's bad. That's bad. You're like the one person in the world that killed bamboo. That's like.
I killed the bamboo. Like, it was so not green no more.
Oh my goodness gracious, Angie, Lord have mercy.
My house is where plants come to die, but my fish is doing well and thriving.
What is his name?
I'm putting all of it into Bertram. Bertram.
He's hanging in there.
Yes.
Well, you treat him but he's not a fish. He's a person. You treat him so damn well.
Listen, Bertram is so pampered. I was looking at his tank like, you know what? I should take everything out and wash it all down and put it all back in there and start your little habitat all over again.
Hey, Bertram's been on the radio. Angie had Bertram on the radio.
Exactly. Bertram was, listen, if you go on my if you go on my Facebook page, you can find the little recording of where I was on the radio talking about Bertram, and they were very entertained by my story about
I love that. I heard it. I listened to it more than once. It's kind of funny. So.
Okay, so we understand the issues that you're having with the neighbors. Again, we've given you several solutions to help you deal with them. Telling us what the issues are that she's having with them. We've given you all the solutions: the salt, the rosemary plant, the selenite wands. And what was the other thing? The bay leaves. You could do all of those things. You could do one of those things, or you could do none of those things. But those are all things of protection that will give it. But I get that you're kind of like you're a little bit into the drama too. Like, am I the drama? Like, you're a little bit into it because we've given you all these solutions, and instead of you saying, you know what, that's what I'm gonna do, you're like, and this is what they've done, and this is what the issue is, and this is what the issue is, because you want to poke blame at somebody. This is what they're doing. This is how we're telling you to stop them from doing whatever they're doing. Go ahead and do all of those things, and that will give you the protection you need. And then all of those things can go away. So you don't need to enumerate all the things that they're doing. Just do one or all of the things that we gave you, and get all those layers of protection over the house to move it forward and get it done. Am I the drama? Could it be?
And don't forget, folks, like, share, subscribe, and don't.
Quinn says, Angie, I let my office hear you on the radio. You have fans, and so does Bertram. Listen, let me tell you, that dang on fish tank is driving me crazy. The other day, I heard it making all these gurgling and crackling sounds. So I get up, I cleaned it and put it back in there, and it doesn't work. So I immediately go on Amazon, like, oh, my baby need a new filter. So I done bought a new filter and the little filters that go inside the filters. Like, look, Bertram need his habitat to stay clean, so I don't order a new one. So I take him out, I clean the tank out, put him back in there. I mean, put the old filter back in there. Soon as they tell me that my new filter shipped, I'm not even playing. As soon as Amazon said it's being shipped, the old filter started working again, and I was like, that's all right. I'm just gonna keep this one as a backup because Bertram always need his habitat to be clean. So there you go. And the little diver fish in there, I'm gonna take them on and clean them up and put them back in there too. So.
And KT, make sure you go to this page as well and subscribe to this one too, please. And if you haven't,
oh, y'all, can y'all send some well wishes because Brandon is taking his driver's test tomorrow. Praise the Lord. At 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, he's taking his driver's test. Okay, y'all send some healing energy and some energy that I don't pull all my hair out while we at the class. But I don't get, yes, Keena. Wow, really? He said it. He went online like, look, I'm ready to go ahead and do it. So tomorrow at 3 p.m., we will be going down to the DMV to take that test. Lord help the child. Oh, let y'all see Bertram. Girl, Quinn, it's some videos on my YouTube of Bertram. You know Bertram is made his appearance everywhere. It's on YouTube, it's on my Instagram, it's all kinds of videos of Bertram on my Instagram. But if you look, do you want me to do a separate one? I'll do a separate one for Bertram.
He's a superstar.
He is a superstar.
Hey, Lewis, nice to see you in, by the way. Nice to see you in. Uh-oh, somebody's scamming, but I don't see them on mine. Shauna said that she's seeing.
She'll give him a good word.
I don't see him on my thing.
Thank you all for the good luck for Brandon. So, Lord have mercy. Put a little car in there.
Thank you, KT. Appreciate that.
Well, I heard the driver's test is so easy, Don. They don't go on the expressway. They don't have to do the parallel parking or anything. I heard they just kind of go around the block. They have to know the hand signals, like left, right, all that, and then they just park the car.
The biggest thing that catches people is the 3-point turn.
Well, they said they don't even do that anymore. His friend just took the test earlier this week or last week. You literally go around the block. You have to know the hand signals, and that's it. They don't even do the 3-point turn, the parallel park, none of that.
My daughter lost the first time she went to get her the driving part, right? She was driving, she got right back, and she had to take the places here, and it's behind the shopping center. So she comes to the light, having to take a left. The green arrow comes on. The red light stays on, but the green arrow comes on. She didn't move. The guy's like, aren't you going to proceed? She said, it's a red light. And he said, how about the green arrow? She said, no, it has to turn green first. He's like, we're done. She was that close. If she had taken the turn and stopped at the stop sign and then taken the right after the stop sign, after she took the green arrow, she would have been done.
And Brandon wants to go on the expressway too. I'm going to take him on a Sunday morning when there's light traffic so he can merge on and off and get his speed and, his control. But it'll be a Sunday morning when there's very, very light traffic.
Wow. I didn't realize it was so easy now because the second time she failed, she pulled into the 3-point. And what happened is I trained her on one 3-point. But when they take you the second time, they don't let you use the same 3-point. And so the first time she was like, perfect. The second time she came in, she backed up, hit the cone. They stopped her right there. You're done. That's it. She came in.
Nope, they don't have to
Yeah,
do that
she walked
anymore.
into the thing. It was like 2 seconds. She came. I'm sitting there waiting, and I see her walking, and I looked up to her and I said, "What happened?" And she's like, and I'm like, "Oh no, I'm not sitting." Zip, zip, zip. I just walked out the door, followed her out the door.
Let's go have nothing but cakes
Exactly.
and some Starbucks to soothe over those little wounds.
Exactly. Lord have mercy.
It is really easy, Miss Tina. But listen, that'll be one less thing to check off my list. Done.
Exactly.
Done. So
So
we're moving.
how much longer before after that does a car come?
Well, he saved
All
quite a bit of
right.
money. Almost almost. Yeah. He saved
So
all
he'll
of his
take
money. So he can buy himself a
and he'll be
very
able to go
nice
back and
car
forth
if
to
he
work that way on
wants.
his own. So mama won't have to
Yeah.
take him anymore.
And today he had to work at 6 a.m. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to get up. So I thought like maybe I'll let him drive. But I was like, nope, not until he gets his official. Then I'll
Yep.
start letting him, go ahead and drive himself to work because I don't have anywhere to go. Like I work from home. So if he has to work 6 to 10 or 6 to 2 or anything like that, I don't have anywhere to go. He can just go ahead and drive himself. And if I really have someplace to go, as long as Keena's not in the office, I can just go ahead and ask her to pick me up, or most places I can, are within walking distance, or heck, I could just wait till he gets off work. So it's not a big problem.
Super. Well, who is next in line? We have Alicia. Hey, Alicia Black.
Oh my gosh. Alicia said a new Nothing But Cakes opened up near her job, and they came and dropped off 150 mini buns. Wow. Dang. That sounds good. That sounds like we will be frequenting y'all for all of our little events at the office. So Miss Sharon, go. Let's see what's coming up for you in the upcoming days.
Come and go, come and go, come and go.
You know what is weird to me? I heard prosperity, but it was ringing, and for some reason, I see the word Peter pop off like he does prosperity. Like prosperity is coming. You know how they guarantee you the prosperity when you do the Peter pop off water, but and I'm thinking that's maybe because of your religion, like maybe you prayed for it or whatever. That's the association that they're giving it to me, because I don't know that you've actually bought some Peter pop off water, or maybe you're embracing like some kind of affirmations or something. But it's saying that because you've called it in, because I hear abundance, but I hear it. No, I hear prosperity, but I hear it in that long echoing out word, like it's coming to you, but it's because of your prayers that it's coming. So I do feel like abundance is coming towards you, because I see money falling for you. But let me see where it's coming from, if it's in the form of a job or just unexpected income. Oh wow. Oh, so I got the 2 of coins and the devil. I don't know what the devil is. That's pessimism. Are you fighting your, like you've adopted new affirmations or a new way of thinking, or you've been praying, but you're kind of a little bit doubtful as to whether it's going to happen because it's been a while, and then you're kind of trying to you're balancing your resources, or you're having like some money problems and you're trying to balance, and you're wondering when some money's going to come in. I get that. I hear 6 to 8 weeks. I don't know if you've applied for something or if you're going to get a raise. I actually hear promotion. So maybe you're going to get a promotion at work and there's going to be an increase in pay. But I do feel like more money is coming into you, but you have to keep believing and keep continuing to call in the blessing. So I do feel like you are definitely doing your affirmations, and you're definitely believing in it, but it's taking longer than you thought. And so you're kind of having a little bit of doubt seeping in, and you're wondering, when is it going to come? When is it going to come? But I heard 6 to 8 weeks. So maybe you're going to get a promotion, or you're going to apply for a job and you're going to get a little bit more money. So that's what I'm getting for you in the next upcoming days. And I got 6 to 8 weeks.
Let's see what I got here. Are you, Sharon, are you going on a trip soon? Because I'm getting the trip card, and this is you, the energy, the female. So are you going on a trip back maybe to the country of origin or something like that? Again, I'm getting the feeling of a trip coming up. True. Yeah, and it's interesting. Sharon, are you single? Because I'm getting the feeling like when you go on your trip, you're gonna potentially meet a little something, something,
All right
a
now.
little.
Is this
I
a
don't
love
know, a
reading?
little,
What?
or you know, could be a little something, something. Maybe not love, but I don't know. And this is somebody. Oh, and this is somebody with a lot of passion. The very passionate situation here, very passionate. So if you is she even here? A good question. I don't know. Lord have mercy.
Well, we gave you a great reading, Sharon, even if you
Yes,
weren't
but
here.
we're talking, yeah, very passionate, and you're gonna feel kind of dirty. Like you're doing something,
Oh,
something.
was that the
It
devil card,
was.
Don? Because I got
Yeah,
that too. Oh,
mine's a
wow.
little more impassioned.
Right. Yours looks nice with no shirt on.
Exactly. And this is him. I'm telling you, he's got this energy. So, yeah, I'm telling you, it looks like you're going on a trip. So, yeah,
All right, Sharon, you missed out on
heck
that love
yeah.
reading.
And I can't believe I gave one. What the hell? I better fix my cards instead of fixing my face. I better fix my cards.
Listen, fix your cards. Wait a minute. That was a good one, though. I like it. I like
Heck
it. I like
yeah.
it. So you got love and money coming in? Oh,
Heck yeah.
that's
Take
like,
them
oh,
both.
only thing now is a good deal.
Absolutely. And folks, don't forget while you're at it, if you have not yet read your June reading, I did June readings for the entire month of June, and I will pop them up on the side. So if you see when you see your sign, make sure you check it out because they're actually quite interesting. I've had a lot of feedback for people who's like, oh my God, it's like you read my book kind of deal. They felt a little bit like, okay, you went a little too because
You know, I commented on all of them on the sun, moon, and the rising.
so if you're a Scorpion, this is the monthly reading for Scorpion, and again, you'll pop up. Each of them will pop up again. So I'll pop them up over time as we go, but your sign will show up before it's over. So just give it time; it'll pop up. I promise you.
No, Arkeisha, the list is closed. It closed really quickly today. We got a house full very fast, and we're 2 hours in, and we've really been reading. We haven't even been, having a whole bunch of side conversations and stuff like that. So we've really,
Yeah, it's actually been
reading.
a good evening of moving forward, and exactly. And here we go. And also, just a reminder: if you would love to get that love T-shirt, then this is how you do it, along with my other stuff. Here you go. And remember, people, that victory, that chariot card means not only victory, but it also means moving forward. It's that forward motion. So if you want to get moving forward,
Moving
absolutely.
forward.
What better way than to wear the shirt? If you're Capricorn, this is your Capricorn
Look.
readings, QRC. And who is next? We did Sharon. Who is next, Kina?
I did enjoy the Capricorn reading.
Well, thank you, Angie. Appreciate that. I'd love, I love reading for. Oh, thank you, Kina. Appreciate that too.
I was going to change cards, but I'm going to use my Miss Cleo cards for this love reading. Did one of your exes, Alexa, are you still here? Are you still here? Is it Alexa? Is that Alexa? Yeah. Okay. Are you still here? Because did one of your exes get married recently? Because I'm getting the song by Vesta, Congratulations. It could have been me or it should have been me. So it's her going to her ex's wedding and he's marrying somebody else, and she busts in and she starts saying, "Congratulations, it could have been me or it should have been me." So I'm wondering if one of your exes just recently got married, and so it's putting you in the mindset of when are you going to be married, or is this one that got away that you're thinking that maybe you two should have worked it out? Um, because that's exactly the song that came up was Vesta. Congratulations. And it's about someone whose lover got away and married somebody else. Um, so you're feeling a little jilted or a little left behind, and you're wondering when is it going to happen for you, or when is it going to move forward for you, is what I'm getting. I don't see you in the comments, but um, that's how I'm getting it, is that you're wondering when it's going to move forward for you. I'm actually seeing, now that you see this person being married, it's kind of loosening the ties that, like, maybe there was a like, it seems like there was a tie that went around your waist that held you to this person or to this relationship, and now that it's kind of loosening and it's kind of falling apart because you're seeing that this person is no longer available, and he's no longer like your person in the back pocket that you can go to, and so now you actually have to move forward. But I don't feel like maybe you two were completely disconnected, and it maybe not is surprising to you that they got married, but how dare they get married when they're still kind of maybe were having a little conversation with you, or a little bit more than conversation with you. But now that you see that this person is no longer available, I do feel like you will start to move forward in your thinking and be open your options up more to somebody else who is really ready to move forward in that way. And I'm not going any deeper because I don't see you in the comments, which means that you're probably not even here anymore.
Alrighty then, who is next, Kina? Billy Joe. What do you see happening?
All right, in the month of July, I don't mind thinking about July. Let's see, Miss Billy Joe. What do I see happening in July? Are you okay? I see you on a boat. And I don't know if it's like a cruise, but it's kind of like of the vantage point where you're looking out on the water. The water's very calm and nice and serene. So I feel like this is your happy place. Like this is a vacation or something that you're going on. So I get that you're having a leisurely trip. A boat for me is leisure, which means that you have money. So you have enough money to pay for or to go on this trip, or to or maybe you own this boat. But I see you on this boat leisurely looking out over the water. The water's calm, and I get the image of you drinking some kind of whiskey or wine. So if you're not going on a trip, this is you getting into that leisurely mindset and that leisurely feeling of getting in that relaxing mode for the summer. So maybe you're going to take a trip. That's what I'm getting for you. And then I'm also getting just a peace of mind. Like I feel like there's harmony in your life right now. I don't get any chaos. I don't get any kind of things that are really present, and you're really things are pretty good for you. Like you seem to be at a peaceful place right now. So I don't get anything in any one direction unless you have a specific question about anything. I don't get that, like there's like your finances are out of whack, or your career's out of whack, or your relationship is out of whack. I get a overall peace and calm to you, and to just enjoy that for the summer and to go on this trip, like, or to enjoy your leisurely time, because they're really, really focusing in on the word leisure for you. So I think that that's what you should do. So that's what I got for Billy Joe. And she is here. She did comment.
Let's see what July brings for you from me. Well, if she's not doing a trip, she's planning a trip. That's for sure, because that is the, and look, there's that motion. So again, there is a trip
Oh,
coming.
definitely.
It's interesting too, because I'm getting 3 nights here. So again, that's a lot of movement, like a lot of movement. Is this? I'm wondering if this
Listen.
is a trip because of a family health crisis or a family situation.
Oh, she's going to
Okay, yeah, because
Georgia.
there's the three in a row.
Oh, I'm like, I see it, and it looks
Yeah.
leisurely. It doesn't look like, oh, a funeral, or I have to go there for whatever. It looks
Mhm.
leisurely, like you're going to
But
have
to
a good
visit
time.
family, right? Because again, it seems like a family kind of thing, at least for me. Is somebody? Are you expecting somebody who's there? There's something about money. Is somebody going to give you money? Are you going to get some money for this trip? Are you visiting somebody who maybe, I don't know, there's some money here. I'm getting some money around this trip too. You're receiving money, I'm saying, that's a point around this trip, which is interesting. And it could help you because, again, you could use a little helping hand financially is what I'm seeing. Yeah, you're visiting family. Okay, yeah, it makes sense. Don't be surprised if somebody offers to give you some money because this is the money card.
She said, no, I
Yeah,
need
no,
some.
that's what this says. Yeah, that's what this says. You need some.
Or play the lottery. I saw a scratch off. Play the lottery while you're there. Sometimes the energy is different when you're in a different state. Get a scratch off and look, scratch it as soon as you're there so you can go ahead and go right over to that office and get that
There's
money.
the trip card. Like, again, it makes sense. Again, these cards are just identifying and confirming what we've said.
And feel free to cash app me for giving you the motivation to go and buy that ticket.
Exactly.
I take donations of all
rest
kinds.
rest during this time, and also be at your highest level. Be that, no matter what you feel, no matter what you're going through at the moment, make sure you shine this time. Allow the positive you to come through, allow that positive energy to come through, because this is really important at this time, to be very positive, to be very energetic, and to let the people see you shine, because again, that's what they want to see. Okay, but don't be surprised if you get, again, news about some money coming in. So again, I think that somebody's going to give you money while you're there, or something's going to happen where you get money. So take the money and be happy, which I think you will. And you're going to come back. You're going to come back well rested, and because right now you're kind of beaten down, but when you come back, this will be gone. You'll be well rested. You'll be fired up and ready, and just like a new feeling, which is nice. So enjoy this week.
A change in mindset. I feel like that's what whatever energy we're in now is really giving us a new perspective, or to help us to focus in on seeing it a different way.
Absolutely. There you go, Billy Joe. Enjoy that trip. Enjoy that trip.
I like it. All right, Billy Joe, Georgia. She's getting back to herself. Yeah. Because this felt like the word that they kept showing me over and over again, Don, was leisure. This is a leisurely experience. This is fun. This is relaxing. Mm-hmm. This is you sipping whatever it is in your little cup and you enjoying it. And they don't even show me who's next to you, but there is somebody next to you. So I don't know if it's a spouse or a friend or a family member, but there is somebody sitting there enjoying you, and you're just kind of looking out on the water. And you can take short boat rides, like a couple hours or a day trip out on the boat. So enjoy those things. But it feels like you will have the money. That's what I kept getting, luxury also, because it was a boat. So.
Gone fishing.
I like it.
Who is next, Kina? Billy Joe. It sounds like an exciting time for you. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Emma. This is another one who has the 4
clovers.
Wow. These clovers are popular. What's up with that? I always get reads that good stuff like love is coming my way. Okay, I'll give you a bad read if you want. And my way, and nothing shows up. And I've been putting myself out there. So my question is, what's the holdup? Are you asking what the holdup is on love specific, or are you asking is the holdup on what's coming to you, Emma?
I think both. Like, what's the holdup on any of the things that they're saying is coming about? And you know what, Miss, is it Amma? I totally understand your frustration, because I have got to the point where I'm like, you don't need to read me. I understand. I totally get it. It's coming. They see the new job. They see the new love. They see the new this. They see it. But it's taking a while to come. And so the reading that they gave me yesterday was, it's right there. Like, there's a net right over you of all the blessings being there and ready to come your way. It's just something is holding it up. So that is something that is private between you and spirit. So you just need to ask your guides, what is it that I need to do for you to release all these blessings that they are telling me to come my way? So what is it that I need to do? Is there a lesson I need to learn? Is there something that I need to overcome? Is there a fear? Is there a new perspective that I need to have? What is it? Or is it just divine timing? Literally, they're showing me a timeline. So it could just be in the timing of the situation and not necessarily anything that you need to learn or anything you need to do. When they show me a timeline and yours is straight, it doesn't seem to be going like this or all these kind of curves. curves, like you're out of sync. You seem to be moving along. For me, that's divine timing, and it will come when it's supposed to come. So the question that I would tell you to ask your guys is, how do I wait productively? And when they tell you how to wait productively, be ready for it, because when I asked, everything at my job increased. I didn't have time to worry about when love was coming, when my new opportunity was coming, because I was so busy and I was so into my job. The time was just passing. So just ask, how can you wait productively while you're waiting on this love situation to come? Because I do get positive vibes from it, but there is something along your timeline that is holding it up, because I get divine timing. You said you've been single almost your whole life. Like, are you like 25? Because don't tell me that. Like, that's not even your whole life. And another thing, you could do what I did. Like, I got tired of being out on the dating scene. I wasn't meeting anybody at the grocery store. The church thing wasn't right. Because listen, everybody in church ain't, the church meeting wasn't right. The clubs weren't right. The bars weren't right. So I went online and I started online dating. And so maybe that'll be another avenue for you. Maybe you need to take another approach. Like, you keep putting yourself out there. Again, a lot of times I think that I look like this in the club, and I look like this. Nobody's coming to you when you look like this. Like, don't even do it. Don't come over here. I'm having my sip of my wine. I don't want to be bothered with you and your problems. So it could be that you think that you look genteel and nice and welcoming, and what you really look like is, don't even try it. I already knew what I want, and you ain't it. So keep it moving, sir. And so that could be the issue. They're also giving me a tick, 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 tick. You're ticking your clock based on social constructs. Oh, by this age, I should be this. By this age, I should have had a kid. By this age, I should be married. By this age, I should be this place in my career. Your timeline is different. And that may be why they actually showed me a timeline. Don't base your timeline on social media constructs of what they think you should be at this age. Base it on your own personal journey. So in your journey, maybe you're not ready to be married yet, or maybe they haven't developed that person. Listen, I always think that the problem is on the other end. I am perfect. I am ready to be loved. It is a person on the other side that they need to do all this work on. So it is my belief that your person on the other side needs work. Maybe they need some things that they need to work on before they send this person to you. And also, have you identified the kind of person that you want? Like, literally, a lot of times we say we're open for love, but if I was to take this little magic wand here and say, all right, I'm about to make the person that you want, what could you tell me? Do you want them tall, short? You want him funny, you want him smart, you want him athletic, you want him clever, you want him to be somebody who likes to play video games, who likes to go out to dinner, who likes to dance. Have you defined what it is that you want in this romantic partner, so that they can filter those things into you and make this person who you want it to be? My people have no problem in knowing what it is that I want. I tell them often, this is what I want, this is how tall he needs to be, this is what color he needs to be, this is how much attention I'm gonna need from him, this is how much he's gonna have to deal with working with me. Like, they know all the things that I want, so you just have to put it out there. You just want open and share. And again, ask your guides what it is, because it seems to be a divine timing thing. And again, it doesn't necessarily have to be you that's the problem. It could be the person on the other side, or that you're not focused in on going to the right place. Tell them to direct you to where your next true love is going to be, or where your next date could be. Maybe you're just not going to the right places. Are you missing the nudges when they say, hey, go to the bakery and get a cake, and then you don't go, and then your true love was in there, or the person that you were going to meet was there? So you have to also listen to the things that are being told to you. I feel like you're getting the nudges, or you're getting the clues, but you're dismissing them and being like, oh no, that's not it. It's not going to be a sign that says new husband over there, or husbands over here, come pick one up. You have to be open to all the things. It could be a series of steps that you have to take in order to get where you are. I do understand your frustrations, because honey, I think that all my blessings are on Haley's Comet, and it only come every 75 years. So I might not even catch it this time. They might send me back and be like, you get it in 2061. So again, just be open to all the things that could be happening. So that's what I got for you.
I do think something new is coming your way, because the first two cards I got were aces. And when you get the aces, that's something new. So I love this. And the aces are the abundance card, and of course, working on something. So again, what you've been working for is coming through, and it's a celebration. So again, if you're looking to show that something's happening, well, there you go. So I kind of get that energy that something is coming in. And it's interesting too, because I got 2 pages as well. And so again, it's that youth energy. My question to you, are you looking at the wrong people? Because what I'm getting there is you want somebody who is, you go for somebody who is, again, I don't think they're very deep. I think that they're very, you tend to go for people who are fun and shallow. And that's what I'm getting here. And I don't think you're really going for somebody who has some,
For a good time, not a long time. That's what you
yeah,
must be
I
looking
get
at. You
that
need to look
feeling.
more for a long time than
Yeah,
a good time.
and I think that maybe part of what you need to do by those 2 aces is to maybe start looking beyond the physical, and look for somebody who really is somebody who can offer you a conversation, can offer you companionship, can offer you experiences, shared experiences. Also, somebody who's lived a little bit, because again, I think you kind of are attracted to the more youthful, but that's not what's that's not going to hold you. I don't. I'm not telling you to. Yeah, I am telling you. I'm not telling you to change. I am telling you to change. I'm telling you to open up and expand your horizons and look beyond what you can get.
And get out of this mindset. This is that 5 of coins, Don. She's in that woe is me mindset, feeling left out,
Yep.
feeling like nothing's good is going to ever come. And if that's the mindset that you're in, that's what you're going to keep attracting over and over and over again. But you know what else they showed me? That scene from Sex and the City where Carrie wrote that book and they wanted her to tell them how to find a man. And so she was like, oh, well, she went to do the conference to talk about her book and they wanted her to give them step by step. Step 1, you do this. Step 2, you do that. Step 3, you do that. And so I think you came here thinking we were going to tell you, well, this is what you have to do, or this is how you get somebody to come to you. Girl, if I knew how to do that, I'd already be married. I'd be Mrs. Blah, blah, blah right now instead of just A5Says. So what you're not going to get a step-by-step guide as to how to meet somebody. You're just going to have to get out there. And that was the message that she gave them on that episode of Sex and the City. Just get out there and meet people. You said you're putting yourself out there, but what does that mean? Does that mean that you're open and you're out going to date, or you're out going to celebrations and parties where you would meet new people? Because if you're just thinking that they're going to knock on your door, I don't know what kind of deliveries you're getting, but I ain't never got a man delivered to my house in that way. So you're going to have to get out there and intermingle with people. You're probably going to have to kiss a lot of frogs before you get to that prince. So understand that in order to know what you do want, you have to figure out what you don't want. And so you may have to go through several situations of relationships or, encounters and meeting people where you just like, you know what, this didn't work, move on, but it's something entertaining. They are not the type to marry. Well, first of all, your focus is, as soon as you meet them, is this person I'm going to marry? You have to get to know them. You can't just be like, oh, okay, I met him. He looks like a good sperm donor. He'd be a good baby daddy. He'd be a good husband. You have to get to know them. Don't assume that everybody you meet is your potential husband. You have to get to know them to understand, is this something that I would like or that I would not like? You can't approach every male or every man that sees you as, oh, I can't see spending the rest of my life with this person, because you just never know. You have to get to know them. And in that 10 seconds or 20 seconds of you meeting them, you may not get a good vibe from them, or you may not get a full understanding until you talk to them a couple of times. And if then you think that they're not a good person, move on. But don't enter every situation thinking, oh, this could be my potential husband or he's the one. Think of it as just having a good time. That's the problem. That may be the restriction that you're putting on there, is that you're wanting it to be so much a marriage so soon right now that you're restricting yourself from even being open to the things of enjoying just a regular relationship. You said the last one wanted money. Well, then he wasn't the one. You know that you're not a sugar mama. Move on.
Emma,
to the
you
next
said
one.
you are. Do you realize what you initially said? Because you said that it's been all your life alone, and now you're talking about once we bring
All these different people
exactly,
that you
and
met.
once we talked about the different choices you were making, then now it's like, yeah. So now, are you remembering that you have not been alone all your life? That again, maybe indeed you have been choosing the wrong folks for the wrong reasons.
And that's that 5 of Pentacles. That's that woe is me. You initially started with I've been alone my whole life, but then now you're giving us numerous people that you've met and reasons why they weren't good enough. So this is that woe is me attitude that you're putting yourself in, and you're using those broad terms. I've been alone most of my life. I've done this, but obviously you haven't, because you've given us numerous situations where you haven't been. So get out of this Five of Pentacles energy and into a more positive mindset of just being open. Not everybody finds their love immediately. Sometimes you have to go through several different relationships before you get to where you're going to be. Honey, believe me, I know about the 40s.
One other thing though is that, remember, we can read and that we can remember. So sometimes when you have a conversation with us, be careful what you say, because we just are in the conversation. We can pick up things that you say, and we were listening to you. So we don't ignore you, we're listening to you. But so when you point out certain things that take away from your own position or argument, you got to realize that you can't help, but we have to point them out.
So every comment is a new reason why it didn't work. It's a cultural thing. It was a money thing. They're not the type that I want to marry. Um, they're not on my level. I met somebody, but he rejected me. You've given us a whole bunch of reasons why it didn't work, or why you don't want any of these people, but none of them are. Is there a difference in your mindset of getting out of this? You're in that woe is me mindset, and so that could be the hang up too. Are you ready? Are you really dateable? Are you somebody that somebody would want to enjoy their time with? Maybe you're not dateable. Maybe you are the problem. Maybe you're so downtrodden that when they get into your energy, they don't want to move forward with you, because they get that Eeyore syndrome that you're putting out there. Nobody likes me. Nobody wants to be my friend. Nobody wants to love me. And so if that's the energy that you're putting out there, no, nobody's going to be attracted to that, and they're going to move on. Unless they're trying to get some kind of money from you or something like that. So you have to be aware of the energy that you're putting out there, consciously and subconsciously. Okay, well, I don't know what to tell you, man. You've already got it all figured out. So I don't know. Just ask for a better caliber of people. I asked for a better caliber of people in the chat, and look, we got a whole new set of people in the chat. Half of these names I've never seen in before, and I had to ask for weeks before it happened. So ask for a whole new roster of men. Look, I need a whole new list. Universe, send me 10 more. Send me 10 more. Just ask for 10 more, and move it forward.
Yeah.
All right, then. Ask for 10 more. But ask for a better caliber of men. Can you give me 10 people that are on my level, that are income, mentally, spiritually, physically, whatever it is? Ask for that. For a general, Rontisha. I like that name. Oh. Hello, Shaylee. Shaylee. Yep. Of the Dead Life, Don.
I guess so. 34 seconds ago it started.
Yeah. Yeah. She still does those on YouTube. May I be added for a general, Rontisha? Is she still here? I think she said yes, correct?
She's here.
Okay. All right. May I be added for a general? I definitely hear that this is a song I hear. The sun will come out tomorrow. So I feel like you've been in a storm. Like this side of like they're showing me a split screen like me and Don are. So on my side of the screen, it's all darkness and storms and doom and gloom. And then on the other side is the sun coming out tomorrow. So you're stepping out of one world into the next world. So they're literally showing me the next card. So you're traveling, you're ascending, or you're moving to another and you're moving on from a place of hardship into something that is better. The sun will come out tomorrow. So it's been rough. And I get finances. I hear coins, ching, 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 ching. Like you've barely been able to make ends meet. Like they show your ends barely meeting, or you robbing Peter to pay Paul. Like you've really had a hard financial time. And they're saying your break is coming. The new job is coming. Are you thinking about going into healthcare, or are you in healthcare and you're trying to go to the next level? Because they show me like a nurse or somebody helping somebody. Or do you do something with hospice, or is somebody about to pass? because there's all these things. So it could be somebody's about to pass and you're going to get an inheritance, or you work in hospice, or you work in healthcare, because I'm getting all of those. So which one is it? Or is it a combination of those? So I kind of like the money's coming, and it's going to be in the form of looks like a new opportunity coming your way. But I'm wondering if you're trying to go into the medical field or a new career field. No, no hospital work. And you're not thinking about going that way, because they show me you kind of helping somebody that's bent over. So is there a relative that you're taking care of that is sick? Because I get you being the person helping somebody that's bent over. Oh, go ahead, Don. Go right into it.
Oh no, go ahead.
Okay. And so I have insurance interview tomorrow. Okay, so maybe that's a new opportunity, because I do see it, but I do get you helping somebody that's bent over. So what is it with you helping this person? Like, is there a sick relative, or is there somebody that is that just recently passed? And maybe you're expecting some financial windfall from that person? Because they're really highlighting this person that is bent over and sick, and you helping them. But that's all I got down.
Okay. Rantisha, did you have a father or a grandfather or father figure who has crossed over, and if so, again, was it from a long illness such as maybe cancer or something? Because I'm getting, as soon as you started in, I feel like disoriented and also a bit nauseous, like I was on a treatment of like chemo or some kind of something. And it's been very disconcerting from the very beginning when your name popped up, and it kept like banging in my head. And it's like this very uncomfortable, my Nana. And she
I got it
me
felt
too.
male. It
This was
didn't
a male
feel
energy
female
for
to
me as well. A male energy. So your father or your grandfather didn't have that problem. Just no, there's a male energy there. Huh.
And she says she's distant from the family. I feel like there's money that's being held up for her that she probably should have got, that because she's not talking to them, she doesn't know about, or she's not aware of how to get that money. But I do get a male energy, and this person was sick and she was helping them, or somebody.
Yeah, and it was again
It's
the
a
care
male
that they
energy.
were getting made them nauseous. That's why I went to chemo. I went because it's just this nauseous feeling, and then again just this lightheadedness. So I don't know. Whatever.
Could it be a spouse or a friend also?
It's definitely male. The energy is too strong.
Definitely.
It's not a female energy. It's definitely not that.
But no male in your family has passed that you would have been helping them with, or would have been going through some kind of treatment for an illness.
No Jim, James, John, Joseph. That it's the J's. None of that. Wow, this is really weird. Is anybody else out there?
Because we're both on it. We both
Is there
see
anybody else here who that resonates with them? Because again, sometimes it's not the person we're reading that winds up because the energy just couldn't wait. They come through. Is there anybody else out there who's watching who, again, father, grandfather, cancer, some kind of long-term illness, who again had the nausea because of the medicines, the lightheadedness.
then maybe it is your grandfather that is about to pass, because I see you taking care of them or you being with them and they're sick. So maybe it is your grandpa that is that is sick or going through this situation.
Yeah. Shayla, you said you have a Josh, but does the other things fit as well, or is just Josh as a name? Because again, but I don't know. To me, it seems like, again, as soon as Rantisha's name popped up, that's when it really hit. So it seems like she owns this. It's like this is her thing. And so I'm surprised it doesn't resonate. I don't understand.
But that's where I get the source of the money from. Like it's that care of that person that gives you the money. That's why I thought healthcare, and if it's not healthcare, then it's clearly a relative that may be about to pass that is going to give you some money, because I get the source of the money coming from the care or in this caring
Yeah.
situation with this male
Yeah,
individual.
no, Charlie, this was not an overdose. This was not a best friend overdose situation. This is not, no. This definitely was, again, that other different energy. This is illness, long-term illness. This was not an overdose. Again, the nauseous, the whatever, this is hard. This is heavy. Well, anyway.
Well, you may want to reach out to your grandfather, because I do get that I got a male energy. Don got a grandfatherly male energy or a fatherly energy. And so if they're not passed, maybe they are ill and you should reach out to them. But then that seems to be your source of information of your money. But it also could be that you're going to do well on your interview for this insurance job tomorrow. But I do get an increase in your finances. And again, the song that I heard initially was "The Sun Will Come Out Tomorrow." So again, going from that storm, that darkness, that struggle to a better time. So your finances are about to pick up.
And your grandfather's name does not start with a J in either of the names, like the first or middle. And if not, don't be surprised if tomorrow when you sit down, the person in front of you is one of the J's. Because again, that name is just like striking as well. I'm just getting it. So it's like a Joe, a Jim, a John. It's like boom. So if it's not your grandfather, don't be surprised if tomorrow when you sit down, the person who interviews you is one fits the J names. Don't be surprised. And if it is,
oh, it could. Oh, I didn't even think of that, Don. It could be that too. But definitely, that's the money source. It's tied to that. So you're going to get an increase in money, definitely. So come back and let us know how the interview went for sure, and about your increase, because I do feel like you're going to get a little bit more money.
And watch your. And I was just watch what you're. Better yet, don't take a cup of anything. Don't do anything once you dress, because I see a spilled cup and on you. So I'm like, I see you having to dab or whatever. Don't. So do me a favor. No matter what you do, once you're dressed, don't be drinking anything. Let the drinks go, or eating or anything else until you get through the interview. Because I'm seeing a spill. I'm seeing you accidentally spill, and then it's like, and then that throws you off. And so don't allow yourself to be thrown off by a spill. In other words, no drinking, no eating while you are dressed until you get there.
Yeah, and that, you know what? And they're saying be very disciplined. Like working from home is a privilege. You know what I'm saying? So be very disciplined in your in when you're working at home, and stay on task. And then also be confident when you go in. Like be yourself. They're telling me to tell you to be yourself. Just be your own bubbly self. I get a bubbly overall attitude from you. Like even though you've gone through all this situation, you still kind of have a positive attitude, and you want things to move forward. And you kind of came here to see, hey, is it about to start moving forward? Our door is going to open. And I actually see a door opening to another room. And so that could be, just to more opportunities for you. So I do see a door opening for you. So it is overall going to be good for you. I do feel like it's going to pick up, and by the end of the year, you'll see some progress in your bank account.
Super. Next.
And then remember, the 777 portal is coming this in July 7th. 2023 is a 777 day. There's supposed to be extra great energy that day, where you get all kinds of things that you can manifest. So set your intentions that you want to manifest more money by 777, or that you want, to have the perfect job by then, or you want whatever it is, whatever abundance it is that you want, calling in for that 777 portal. So that's what I'm getting for you. All right. So I hope that helped.
Next.
And let us know if your interviewer is named James or Josh or something with a J name.
Absolutely. I will not be surprised when I hear that, because it's.
And Don will be live tomorrow. So it looks like you're on my YouTube. Go on Don's YouTube and also like and subscribe to his page. And then tomorrow you can come on and let us know how your interview went.
Absolutely. And I'm looking to pop it up right now, so you can go on there easily with the link like that. Just click that camera.
So here's Don's QR code. It's going to show up in the chat too. So go ahead and click that little link. and then you can go ahead and subscribe to his page. Once you click it, you also have to click the like button. Don't just click it and go to the page. If you don't click the like or subscribe button, then it doesn't work. All right. So definitely come back and let us know. And then I'll be back on Sunday too. You can come back with me and Sherry Berry are on also. All right. So Keena, who's next? I think it's Quinn. Or no, is it
this Angel something?
Who is it? Angel L. All right, Rontisha. I like your name.
Oh, Angel's not here? Okay, good. My mental state is unsettled. What can I do to help settle myself?
I'm going to have to go to the cards because I don't know what else to tell you. I feel like I've given you all the information about your ancestors trying to contact you, about meditating, about just relaxing. And so I'm going to have to strictly go to the cards.
I'm being told that choice is yours. I mean, look at this. There's the choice. That's the. I mean, you again. You spin the wheel. You make the choice. So I mean, you plant the seed. You harvest what you plant. You. It starts and ends with you. I mean, I don't know how else to tell you. Look at this. I mean, the world is open to you. You just have to figure out how to make it happen. But again, you're making the choices or things that are keeping you kind of in an unsettled state. And so, you gotta look. You gotta start over. Look, this is the zero. This is the full. You got to start seeing things differently. You just got to, and you know what? You just got to stop asking and analyzing so much about which way you should go. And you just need to go. And then as you go, make the changes and corrections necessary. Because again, this is the full. This is the new start. This is the lowest card in tarot, the very beginning card. And when you read the major arcana, it's a life energy. It's from birth, which is this, up through the end. And so when you get this card, it's telling you clearly that you just need this. You just need to start doing something differently, and then just take the leap of faith like a child would, without trying to think it through. So again, you've got the choices. It's in you. You just got to take the leap and start doing it differently. And eventually you'll get the news that it's working because everything will line up for you.
Well, all the cards just fell on the floor, so obviously those cards
exactly.
Didn't work.
And don't look to one second more is don't look to a man, because the man's not going to be your issue. A man's not your resolution. He's not your fixer, and you should not be looking to him to fix. And this is the warning they're given. Don't think a relationship's going to change you. So don't look for a relationship to try to fix the problem. That is not going to fix the problem. The problem begins and ends with you. Okay, go ahead, Angie.
They show me the Nine of Swords energy, which means that's all mental. It's all you. It's all you being stuck in your head, all your thoughts. But then you said it's hard to meditate. It depends on how you're trying to meditate. For me, meditation was extremely hard because I thought I had to sit there and listen to all the music coming in. I had to concentrate. That didn't work for me. So do you crochet? Because they showed me you doing you crocheting and just getting lost into your crocheting or your knitting or whatever it is, and then your message is coming in, because you need something that is a joy to you but also gets you out of your mental capacity. Like sitting there and trying to force yourself to meditate is hard for you because you're trying to force yourself to stop thinking about all these other things, when if you really had something to help you get out of that left brain, you could actually get into your mental capacity and actually slow your brain down and get the calmness that you need. So for me, it's walking. For me, it's working at my second job. For me, it's sometimes when I'm washing dishes. For me, it's sometimes when I'm watching something on TV. One of the comedies I'm watching, or I'll hear a word and I'll be like, you know what, that's exactly it. Or I'll hear something about a change of perspective. I'll see the same Facebook post over and over and over again. So the universe is speaking to you, but you're ignoring them as not being the solution, because it's not wrapped in the package that you want it to be in. You want somebody to come in and be like, you know what, go through this door and you'll get all the eternal peace that you want. You have to in a world of chaos, because there's always going to be things going on around you, how do you center yourself? For me, it depends on the situation that I'm having my issue with. Do I need comedy? Do I need to go and watch something comical? Do I need to call one of my sisters and talk to them? Do I need to go out and have drinks with friends? Do I need to call Don? Do I need to get with another way with our psychic squad? Do we need to come live and I need to share with you guys live? How is it that you need to settle yourself? Is it that you just completely need to pull back and just have your own you time, sit on the porch and drink a cup of coffee and watch people as they go by? Your meditation isn't the same as my meditation. Your meditation isn't the same as Don's meditation. Your meditation is what gives you your excitement. For me and Don, sometimes it's going to our classes Monday, Tuesday, and then coming live on Wednesdays and Thursdays and Sundays. So whatever your meditation is it cooking for you? You were big on doing your videos. I haven't seen any more videos on your page at all. So maybe you need to get back in your cooking. It's the things that settle you down and bring you joy. So what brings you joy in a time where you can receive information? You could be getting information overload and you don't know how to, because that's how they're showing it to me. That one meme where all these different calculations are going through and you're not sure which way to look. You may be getting too much information and you need to push it all away so that you can hear that internal voice. So how is it that you settle down? I have been cooking a lot. That helps me think. I feel distracted. But did you tell me about, do you knit or do you crochet? Did you say no on that? Because that's how they showed it to me. You sitting there knitting or crocheting. And the isolation may be okay. You come out of your cocoon when you're ready, not when everybody else is ready. This reminds me, me and Brandon went to go see Guardians of the Galaxy, and one of the guys was in a cocoon, and they removed him from the cocoon too early. And when he was very immature, he had all the psychic powers that he needed, but because he was removed from the cocoon too soon, he was very immature, very playful, very childish, and they were trying to get him to grow up mentally. But that was because they removed him from this metaphysical cocoon that he was in too early. So he got all the powers, but not the maturity. So you go into your cocoon until it's time for you to come out, not when everybody else thinks it's time for you to come out. Remember, I had a season where I was like, I don't want to travel. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to do anything. And people couldn't understand me saying no. That was my time to focus on saving, not consuming, not spending. It was saving. And so now that I have that a little bit more under control, I'm ready to go out and about. I'm ready to, experience other things. And so you decide where you are with how you're supposed to get your meditation on. Don't let it just be somebody else. Listening to Oprah is very, very, very meditative for me. I'll go and listen to Oprah's masterclass on, you can go on any of the streaming, Spotify, Apple, Stitcher, and listen to her masterclass and listen to her exact story. She has tons of them on there of people telling how they overcame whatever situation it is. Her story is very inspirational to me. Sometimes when I'm feeling down in the dumps and like I have no direction, let me go and listen to what she says, and then I get another nugget. She just did an interview with Michelle Obama that's on Netflix. Listen to that. She talks about how hard it was being in the White House and how she had to overcome and deal with her kids and deal with Barack and deal with the whole fame of the whole presidency. So you have to find your inspiration where it comes from and not think that you have to just get it in a certain kind of meditation. So that's what I have for you. I don't know what else you have, Keena.
No, I think we got it all. Yep.
And Keena said that it was music for her. A lot of times it's music for me. Sometimes I get into my country playlist and hey, I'll have me a good time and I'll just listen to the same song over and over and over and over and over again until it gets me to where it needs to be. So listen to the cues that are coming to you from the universe. That's what it is. You're dismissing them as, oh, that's just a song. That's just a comedy show. That's just something that I read online. In one day, I saw 3 to 5 posts about changing your perspective. And I knew that that's what the message was from the divine. Change your perspective, because that is where my thoughts that's what I thought they were telling me. And then they confirmed it over and over and over again in 5 or 6 different posts about perspective. And then with Catherine doing her post about the full moon that was coming, it was like she really went into my thoughts and read everything that was about me. So just finding different sources of confirmation for yourself. But I just feel like it's really mental. It's you struggling to find your own balance, and nobody can give that to you except for you. You have to decide where you find that balance and how you connect to your higher power, not to the outside social media, but to your higher power. How do you connect to your higher power? Is it prayer? Is it singing? Is it looking at something on TV? Is it scripture? Is it some kind of motivational thing? You might want to listen to Sarah Jakes. She was also good. Fasting, Kina said fasting. That's another way you can do it. Sarah Jakes was a good motivator for me sometimes. Elevation Church, Holly Furtick, she has a sermon. It's called This Time or something like. It's about disappointment. So I'll send you that sermon too. All of those are different ways that you can connect to your higher power. So you just have to know, how am I going to get out of this world and up to my higher power? So that's the connection that you want to cultivate. So that's all I have for you. If that's it, Keenan, if that was the last person on our list, then I guess we're done.
Alrighty then.
2.5 hours.
Not bad.
I enjoyed it. It didn't even seem that long. It doesn't seem long. It seemed that it went really fast and that all the information was flowing for us.
Oh, I thought it was. I thought we just got dogged there. I'm not.
No,
Yeah.
that was Keena telling her to zone.
Every
out
time they
to
get
some
long like
music.
that, I'm like, oh Lord, we almost got through. I was only one troll tonight.
And I also feel like your granddad is trying to contact you this time. And last time it was your grandmother. This time it's your granddad. Ulysses, that granddad, your granddad, your dad's dad is trying to contact you also and help you out. But he has that no nonsense kind of talk for you. He's just gonna be straightforward and not kind of try to coddle you. He's like, girl, he's just gonna be straight. So sit in the energy of him also. Hey, Miss Wendy. Oh my gosh, I miss Wendy. I haven't seen her. Was she in class on Monday?
She
Don?
was.
Oh, I'm gonna have to come just to give Miss Wendy a hug. I miss her.
Don't forget, folks, tomorrow morning I'll be back with Shauna, and then on Friday Julie's going to go live with Scott, and then Sunday Angie's back around 3. Is that right? 3 Pacific time.
Not your dad, Quinn. Your granddad.
3 Pacific time with Sherry Berry and maybe even other guests. On Monday, tea time, Shauna in the morning, 10 a.m. East Coast. Tuesday, Julie and Susan. Wednesday and Tuesday night class. If you want to join a class, free class to grow your psychic abilities and all that stuff, we have it. Again, send me email at advice@sonoranmystictarot.com. I'll send you the link. Wednesday, again, morning is Julie and Bonnie, and then Wednesday night back here with Angie.
Listen, if you're subscribed to all of us, you don't even have to worry about this. You'll get every alert that comes on. So subscribe to every last one of us. And if you at least follow me on Facebook, I share each one of their broadcasts. So once I share it from YouTube, you can just go in and click and subscribe, and then you'll get every alert that it is. Because again, one of us is on from Sunday. Looks like every single day of the week except for Thursday, as
Saturday.
it is right now. No, we're even on Thursday.
Yep.
So Saturday is the only day. It's the only day that we're not on. So every single day, and sometimes twice a day, you can get some kind of reading or some kind of interaction from one of us. Miss Linda wasn't here
noticed.
today.
Oh, nor JoJo. I didn't see JoJo either, right? Or no, I didn't see JoJo.
Oh,
well, but they're traveling soon, aren't they?
Oh, where are they going?
Here.
Oh, they're coming here.
Aren't they coming on the 18th? Is it the 18th? Yeah.
I don't know.
So yeah.
Oh,
I think she had told us that. When was it?
Probably. Well, I also remember her saying she was going somewhere else too, and I may have been paying attention to that.
So they're probably there wherever there is exactly. All right, everybody. Well, we will talk to you later. Again, check us out tomorrow morning. And if you, let me run my commercial one more time in case you want to buy a shirt or something. my most recent shirt, Spirit Says, which I love that shirt just because it's like Spirit says. Spirit, don't blame me. Spirit says.
Listen, Spirit said.
All right, let's
Exactly.
say goodnight.
I'm so happy for all the new names that we
It
saw in the
was.
chat today, Don. I feel like Spirit is finally hearing me. Like, we get it, Angie. You want some more
Exactly.
people?
Yeah.
We give you some
And I
more
like the
people.
I like the little things too, like the little clovers and stuff. I liked all the little animation.
Oh
It made it
yeah.
fun, which is nice. So
I'm gonna figure this Instagram stuff
yeah,
out too.
kind of figured it out, and I got it working apparently, but it cut our screen down, so it's like only a little bit of each of us. It was weird.
Um,
So I'm not sure it's going to work because of
um,
the formatting of that versus like something like this. So the little thing that so it may
oh
not work in
yeah,
the end. So I
that
don't
is
know,
weird.
like because it doesn't do the shrinking; it just cuts it. It's weird. But with that said, we got Angie's goodbye right here.